Blessed today, be blessed tomorrow. Where did you come from, the pit of hell? Who took you out of the pit of hell? I knew the world. Who took you out of the pit?
Mother, squeeze the baby. Three times he was banged to bring the word. So three times he was banged. Yeah.
Mr. Rax, I'm doing this for you because I don't know where you are, mate. Full shepherd.
Entertainment. 30 days of games. Occupy your mind. The triviality and fun. So that none of you are any threat
Big up,
to
Jan.
the Roman Empire, the United States of America in your democracy, where every representative, no matter how left-wing or right-wing,
I'm filling in for Mr. Rax today. I'm filling in. OGB.
Hi Chris.
Hello, Ian.
Alright, how are you, my man?
We're doing a live stream. We're covering for Mr. Rax.
You're covering for Mr. Rax? Where's Mr. Rax today?
Sure, he's out.
Oh, he's out. I haven't got any of those like funny dinosaur things while I'm talking. I haven't got a dinosaur next to me while you're filming me. You know Mr. Rax and his, you know. Anyway, it's our corner. It's our corner. It's our corner.
Concentrate on
Hello, mate. My live stream, bro.
What's up, Greek TNT?
Yeah?
You alright?
Send your love to Mr. Rax.
Oh, Mr. Rex!
He's not here today.
My deepest love to my dear friend, Mr. Rex. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
I like him. What else?
What else?
Yeah.
Tell us something. Speaker's Corner a bit dead.
Speaker's Corner is a bit dead without brothers. They're going to be turning up soon. And inshallah, shahadas will happen.
Jordan M's trying to cuss me.
Jordan!
Keeps calling me Mr.
Jordan, bro, brother.
Tell him.
No, you can't. With my Greek blood, you can't do that.
Curse
My
him.
kids are Greek half.
Lucky Pavlov.
Pavlov. Oh, there we go.
Right, Pav?
more fucking money.
Smile then.
Why?
Why not? We're breathing, Pav.
Nice one. Mustafa. Assalamu alaikum. How are you doing, bro?
Which one? You guys see Steve? Right, Steve?
They're going to put up an
Steve, can I have a question, please?
argument.
What's
Queue
the
up,
greatest
be
thing
quiet.
will happen when we leave, when we do the Brexit the next day?
Oh,
What will
that
be the
fucking
greatest
question,
thing
yeah.
happen?
We'll be able to deport you, Mohammed.
Oh, shit.
That's a good one. I knew it. See, I told you. I told you, man.
He was a deport after.
Yeah.
Not where I come from.
Oh, really? You must have
I
really,
I
don't
don't
really,
truth,
I don't
I don't really get off on reactionary humor.
stale left-wing
Deporting
stand-up comedy.
I converted and I was apostate the next day.
Did you?
Get a sense of humor.
I was thinking of doing it.
Get a sense
trolling
of
us.
humor. This is why stand-up comedy is dying.
Talk to us.
Well, Brexit. Let's talk about Brexit. Mo,
They died in custody.
Oh,
that's not true.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's not all positive, is it? It's not all negative either, is it?
How we not know it's not going to be all negative?
here we go.
People are
Afghan
losing
man's,
their jobs.
calling for Brexit.
People are leaving.
But everybody
It
said
won't
that.
all be negative.
Everybody
Okay,
said that
for
in
for
2016.
23 years I've been living in this country. I might have called maybe people have shouted at me, Paki, go home, maybe about 10 times. The moment Brexit happened, every week somebody shouted at me, Paki, go home, this and that, after the Brexit. And I'm not lying.
And after the
No,
Brexit.
that's one of the
So
unfortunate
things-
things.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
So before Brexit, nobody
Yeah.
called me a Nazi, nobody called me a fascist, nobody
Yeah.
called me a racist.
Yeah.
After Brexit, I get called a Nazi, a fascist,
Yeah,
a racist.
because
on
maybe
an
you came
hourly
out of the
basis.
closet.
Because you're one of these people who wants to observe everything and not take part.
1 all.
1 all, there we go.
Maybe everybody always tries to reduce the debate. They go the following day, you know, what will change. And we all know.
No, my
That's really
we all
funny.
know that, you know, politics is about where you can
I nearly split myself laughing at people getting deported. It's really funny.
Brexit free, that perhaps in the short term, you know,
Yeah,
there
some
might be a
soapboxes.
bit of a blip in terms of
how
growth.
long is that short term?
You know, probably 6 to 18
Soapboxes.
months.
You're so 1960s.
In the long
Soapboxes.
We're not going to
When
be
was the
tied
last time
to.
anyone used a soapbox here?
No, I mean there was on the run up to the election. There was a lot of
What
there
other
was a hell of
subjects
a lot
are
of
no-no
lies told.
no-go
There
zones?
would be an immediate recession. There wasn't. There would be an
haven't said no-go
emergency
zone, I
budget.
just-
There wasn't. There
No,
would
no,
be
no,
job
no.
losses.
You're
We
free.
never left.
You're free to make
We
bad
haven't left
tissue.
yet,
No,
my
no, but
friend.
this was in.
No.
This was
But
based
the
on
thing
the
is,
result.
you don't like
Based
being
on the
told that
result.
other people don't
Based on the result,
share your sense of
emergency
humour,
budget,
which is
immediate
peculiar.
recession,
Which is
job
peculiar.
losses, when in fact
So I will put the same question
employment
to
has
you.
increased.
I will put the same
Employment is
question to you.
gone.
What would happen, the greatest thing to British public, the next day when we leave?
So after we've left, in the, sort of the months after we've
No,
left,
the
we will then
next
be-
day.
Well, the
Jordan,
following
and
day,
this topic's
the
for you,
following day
mate,
we'll be free
Brexit.
to negotiate trade deals with anybody that we want to. We won't be tied
Oh,
into
we're not
an
doing
economic-
Jordan.
Hello, Jordan.
Your fellow Brexiteer?
Indeed.
We've got Australia queuing up. to
Yeah,
do
because
deals with us.
European
We've
Union
got
have
Donald
rules
Trump
and
saying that he wants-
regulations.
And we've got Donald Trump saying he wants to triple trade.
So you
with
don't
us
want
to
rules and
2.4
regulations?
trillion. Why aren't we?
Back to
Not
workers' rights, chlorinated chicken coming from America,
You're a member of the
GM
Labour
food,
Party.
GM food coming.
We've had
It's
GM
not about Labour. I am.
Jeremy
I'm the
Corbyn in
member.
disguise.
No, Jeremy Corbyn, I liked him, but now I think he's not fit for the purpose because
But
you know
you're
what?
quoting his
He's
garbage,
too flipping
chlorinated
honest.
chicken. Do you eat salad?
In politics, you don't
eat
need an
salad?
honest
No,
honest
do you eat
person.
salad?
It's not about the
Do
salad.
you eat salad? Yes or
It's
no?
about. Huh?
It's chlorinated.
No, I don't.
I just went for a swim in a chlorinated swimming pool. I'm still alive.
They keep going on
It's not about that. It's about the rules and regulation, the standards that European Union and England has. America doesn't have. Have you been to America?
I have, yes.
Have you seen so many fat people or thin people?
Quite a lot of fat people.
Thank you very much. So when there is no rules and regulations,
Everybody gets
any
fat.
Tom and Dick and Harry can come and sell you whatever they want.
Yes, that's how it should be.
No,
the market
So for your own greed, you will sell a poison to somebody else.
Big up 10 NTS. Big up 10 TNTS.
Trolling stuff.
Big up.
I'm half Italian,
So
right?
no, the problem is for me it
My
doesn't matter.
cousins-
I'm a survivor.
I've asked my
I will
cousins-
survive.
I've
Like
asked
Larry going to be all right.
I will
Listen,
survive.
you're right.
I've survived war. I've survived so many countries.
Name talk, Mo.
Listen,
Oh, sorry.
I'm half Italian.
Okay.
When I've been-
Italiano, pizza, pasta. Okay.
When I've been in Italy,
joking.
I've obviously got a lot of cousins in Italy,
course.
and I've said to them, "What do you think of Europe?" And they've obviously spoke to me about Brexit, etc., etc. And I've said, "If you had a vote, what do you reckon your country would do?" And they said, "Well, we don't really know, but generally the younger people would like to leave, and the older people would like to stay." Just as a generalisation, which is roughly the opposite of here. And I said, "What do you think's wrong with Europe?" And they said, "Well, ever since the euro was introduced,
Yeah.
it's been a bit of a disaster for our economy, like it has for Greece, Spain, Portugal, blah, blah, blah." And I said, why is that then? And they said, well, because when that euro was introduced, a load of other rules and regulations come in to force, which meant
see it,
that
John.
our own government can't manipulate our economy through interest rate and this and that to do what's best for our own country. We're tied to them. So that's one of the main problems of Europe. You can't,
So it's greed
you-
then. If I'm okay, to hell with you.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's
So
not about
no, but
greed.
if
What are
no,
you talking
no,
about?
you said because if the Italians can decide for themselves and what is best for them,
Yeah,
Right.
for their own economy.
yeah, for them.
Yeah.
So if they're okay, to hell with England. If they're poor or something goes wrong with it, or there will be the if that's my point. If we are the 5th largest economy and we are in Europe,
reason that we
and
are
if
the
we
5th
can
largest
help,
economy.
if we are much rich, it's always about humanity for me. If somebody is better off, help the one who is not better off to build them up as well. So it's all about nationalism then. It's all about me. If I'm better off, I don't care about if anybody else is doing
The
good
first
or
argument against Brexit was about the pound being devalued.
yeah, 20%.
So that's
So that's
economics,
great.
that's
You're thinking about your own personal gain, the strength of the pound. So
No,
you
but-
can go
but-
and buy yourself, more food or more clothes. You're quite well dressed.
No, you're totally wrong anyway, going on about, it's all me. Surely a country wants to look after its own citizens and, try and help
So-
them,
Mate,
etc.
let me
etc.
take
So
it
It's
away.
not all
I'll
about
put
all
another
greed.
question. Is individuality
It's not about...
is good or collectiveness?
Mate, let me take
To
it
be
away
a
from
collective
from the
or
analogy of a
individual who just thinks for himself, or be a collective nation. I mean, that we had European Union, I think. That's why we don't have no more wars between the European
SGS, I think
What about
countries.
Bosnia? What about
on
the
holiday,
Balkans?
enjoying
When was that?
himself.
Was that?
Needs a break.
Bosnia was not in the
To be
European
honest with
Union.
you,
No,
they
no,
did
but we're
start
talking about the European Union. Everyone always bangs on that we've had continuous peace on the continent of Europe. It's just not true.
No, but Bosnia wasn't
The
a
EU
member of.
supported the Ukraine.
Okay, give me one member of EU who went and invaded another European country.
Well, why didn't we stop it? Why didn't we stop it as the European Union?
Sorry, say it again.
Why didn't we stop the Balkans? What was going on?
No, we
Bosnia as
did.
the European
Hands
We
bang,
did.
big up,
You made
brother.
it worse. Because of the wars in Greece, Serbia fucking hates the European Union because they've been bombed to shit.
We meddled in. We
Whoever
meddled in
gets
Syria.
bombed,
we meddled in Syria
they
as a
hate.
union. We meddled in Afghanistan. We meddled in Iraq as a European Union. We meddled with the Ukraine and Russian annexation.
No,
when we
England
shouldn't
went
have
with
done.
America
Absolutely nothing
to
do with us.
Afghanistan and Iraq.
Yeah. What about France? They were involved in Syria, weren't they? Yeah. And Libya. So it's not. It's
You have
not
a
this.
point.
It's not.
No,
this
I'm
peaceful
talking about the
union that we're talking about.
the European Union countries which
Yeah.
are members with each
Yeah.
other, and they won't benefit
So as long
for
as we don't
themselves.
wage war against each other.
No, it's not
we
that
wage
point.
war
No,
against other
you're
people,
no,
that's okay.
you're taking the argument somewhere else.
big up,
It's
mate.
not about that.
Yeah.
It's not about that. It's not about that.
But let me
I'm-
loop back. Can I
I'm
loop back to
saying-
a point that you made?
I'm saying the coherence and the peaceful treaty.
Let's go for a walk, see what else is going on.
No, I don't think I'd go that far. I think hold on.
That's
Hold on,
eugenics.
hold on.
It's called eugenics.
No, I'm not. I don't think that. I think what I envisage is basically AI coming in. AI to come in will probably end the whole human thing eventually.
Is that artificial
But AI
insemination?
Yes.
Up north they call it
What
YI.
I think will happen, right, is that sex will be divorced from procreation, which it should be. We should have done that years ago, right? It will be divorced from procreation by sterilising men at birth.
Mr. Ali
Yeah,
Abdul
they'll
What's
be
going
able
on,
to. They'll have technology to get their semen from them without them.
Sorry. Men at birth
one
don't
second.
have
Then
any
you'll
semen.
go on a database. You'll go
Whereas
online.
of
So you're
course-
going to
You
essentially
won't
chop
even
off their balls.
necessarily use
But
them.
of course, the
Because,
female
you
of the
have
species
choice
has all the
for your
eggs that she
child
will
to
ever
have the
produce in
egg
her life
of you.
at birth.
We don't
Your
have all the
DNA
sperm.
Or somebody else
No,
who
you
might choose
develop.
somebody else who is even better than you. Right? I
are
know,
used-
maybe there is no one better.
Sir.
Quite nice.
Sir, can I ask you something?
Looks wise, yeah, but we don't know what you're like inside.
Jokes and I'll take to that.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
If you want some extras, I'll talk
Sir, can I ask you something?
But I mean, this is. The
But
thing
why
is that this
don't
is-
we look at a real case?
this
Look
is
at what
never
happened
going
in
to- this is
China
never
where they
going to
tried to
happen.
regulate.
Well,
It never worked.
faith in yourself.
People would have one child in the city
Okay,
and then
this
they'd
is
have
going
another
to
child
happen.
and it would be given to the
I'm telling
relatives
you,
who
we
stay out
just
in the
need a
country.
few more people to
Especially
get
if the first
involved.
child was female. They
Now,
wanted
ladies and
men.
gentlemen, I do admit.
Now you can
not
go to
when
certain
you friends
villages
with your
where
family
there's
and
an
friends.
abundance of men and they've got no one to marry.
Unfortunately, my wife and children don't
How
speak
is
to me
he
anymore.
going to prevent rats from
So,
shagging?
although there are some added
Good one,
benefits
good
of
one.
that.
What about amoeba?
So, and it has saved you some money.
Very slippery.
Anyway, where are we going?
Lice, ticks.
Save unconceived children from the dangers of life on Earth.
Unconceived children.
Right? Yes. Unconceived children. Yeah, you
No,
know,
no,
it's a
but
figure of speech.
unconceived children.
Save us
Children
all
are
having
conceived.
to fund these children. That's another thing I didn't realise before I had my children.
You can't have unconceived
Now I
children.
think, I cannot believe I brought 3 people into the world and you guys had to pay for their education and their health. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Why should you have to pay for my
It's
children's
called
education?
living in society.
No. Bullshit. Really? What? However many children I have, and no matter what. Why? Why? Oh my God.
Because we value human life. You don't value human life. Do you even value your own life?
Good question.
Okay, so now,
If you could,
ladies and gentlemen, I would like to ask you one favour, and that is, if you notice, at any time you want actually, any time you want, but particularly if you notice there's an interaction that's interesting, or that's challenging, or that's a bit aggressive, I like to contemplate.
Switch off.
For 30 seconds and invite you all to contemplate what has been said.
What he does, he puts his finger up his backside and puts his mind in neutral. Go ahead.
Why don't you call the police?
Right, so you're saying, do I value life?
Yes.
You value life, and therefore you are happy to pay for the unlimited
No.
number of
It's a
children
straightforward
that
question.
I
Let's get
have.
back.
Doesn't
No,
want any more
let's get
freedom.
down to
Everybody else
fundamentals.
says,
Do you value
I'll
human
make you a
life?
collection now. I'll tell you what, sweetheart. Give me a fiver, will you? I'll the children. I'll give it to the children. No, it's for the children. So I'll spend it on the children.
Give it to
Thank you very
No,
much.
give it back to
I will
Give
spend
it
it on
back
the
to
children.
her.
I promise you I'll spend it on them. Oh, it's your last fiver. Oh, well, sorry about that, because the tax man don't give a sod. do
No,
you?
she
Tax
believes
man
in free
will-
speech.
Your tax man will take your last fiver. Imagine if I came round, couple guys. Anybody want to give me some money for my children? For their education? Would you like to give me some money?
Go
for
and
your
make
children?
some money.
Not me.
Hello. You can make money.
I can make money. It's like a car. Yes, I can make money. And at the end of the day,
Enough of this guy. He doesn't want any breeding. Oh, there's Regie's back. I ain't seen Reggie. Hi, Reggie.
Guilt of association. How are you, man? I ain't seen you for time.
How you been?
I've been alright, bro.
Filling in for Mr. Rax.
Huh? Oh, is he not coming today?
He's on a nice holiday.
Well deserved. Well deserved. How's it today? Huh?
What's new? You're back?
Yeah, I'll be doing a little. I'm gonna get Leon to have a little conversation about the credentials of right-wing talking points, because.
Give me an example.
An example is what's been going on recently with the slandering and the questioning of certain people's terroristic actions in the park. And like one gentleman, I believe the name is Mr. Hassim, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it, Abdul Hassim, and he basically has been slandered and slandered and questioned by Steve and been presented as...
Hey, don't fucking touch it. Cameras are there. Just fuck off. I didn't say nothing to you. You come and say something. Just fuck off. Don't touch me, motherfucker. Don't fucking touch me, yeah? I don't know you. Fuck off. Fuck off, back off. Fuck off. Fuck off back to where you come from. Just fuck off. Don't fucking touch me, motherfucker. Fuck you. Don't fucking touch me again.
Peek.
You're fucking fuck off. Come on in. Punch me, motherfucker. Fuck you. I don't know you. Don't fucking approach me. I don't know you with your fucking ugly motherfucking face. Fuck you. Don't fucking touch me. I don't know you.
You're the one who's causing the
Don't
problem
fucking.
now.
No. What do you mean? He's fucking the one. Why are you going like a pussy, man? Fuck off. Had enough of this shit, man. I've had enough. They attacked me too many fucking times. I've been coming here since I could crawl. Right? 40 fucking years. Fuck off, motherfucker. Go back to Mogadishu. Go back to fucking... Fuck you, man. Motherfucking pirates. Fuck off. You wankers. Yeah, that's what happens, man.
Making it worse.
Any stats just rolled up on him.
I didn't draw first blood. Some motherfuckers approached me. Really? Yes. You want to fuck with me? Come on. I'm ready.
Gone anyway. Just chill out.
I just called the Metropolitan over there. There's an army of them. There's one of you motherfuckers with a mask on as well. He's such a fucking coward. He puts a mask on, he comes and attacks me. Fuck you.
Jeez. That was a bit mental, isn't it? Oh, the end steps is gone.
Is that end steps?
I think so.
Madness. End steps, you know.
Wow. Yeah, he got back.
So you're breaking the rules of the Quran. You can't be a friend of the Jew and the Christian.
Okay.
What happened was, I was standing there very peacefully. I get approached by some mug with a mask on, right? With a mask on, telling me fucking Shiite. Fucking Shiite, you know, I mean, I'm not calling him a fucking Somali. He's calling me a fucking, I said, I don't know you. So he's trying to provoke. Listen, mate.
No, how do you know he's in Somali?
How do you not know he is not? How do you not know he is
I'm asking you, bro.
How do you not know? He looked like a Somalian pirate to me, okay? He looked like one of those guys from Captain Phillips' movie, okay? The fucking guys who take American ships, pirates. That's what he looked like to me. I mean, if I would have to describe him, I say he looks like that guy from the cast of Captain Phillips. I don't like pirates. I don't like criminals. I don't like criminals. I don't like people pushing me around. Simple as that. Why should he come and invade my space? What have I done to him? What have I done to him? Why does he put a mask on with a skull? Why does he do that? He's there to intimidate people. He's there to intimidate people. There's an army of police standing there to protect people like me. There's an army of police out there to protect us from the Muslim terrorists at the end of the day. Who puts bombs in London? Who puts bombs on London buses? Not Chinese people. No. Irish people, they make a phone call half an hour giving you a fucking warning. They don't just self-detonate like al-Baghdadi did last week. Right? That's the way it is.
You are even coming.
There you go, man.
That didn't finish well. Well, lads,
that's what I've seen all this. Great. Doing a good job. He's doing a very good job, Mr. X, while you're lounging in the beach. Mr. X, he's doing a fantastic job, a really first-class job, while you're relaxing on the beach in the Seychelles. He's having a fantastic job. The rest of us, by the way, don't worry, Mr. X, go enjoy your holiday, while the rest of us are still suffering this.
You got some cane? Okay, I'm alive. Say hello, man.
So, now let's think outside the reality. This is my issue with you. You are studying theology.
God bless.
What's new, Kane?
What's new?
You've been missing. You're back now.
Just come to preach the word, man. Just come to preach the word. And I want to speak to one of them scholars. On the Islamic scholars. So-called scholars. Okay, so say Dawa scholars. Men of good knowledge. Hopefully you'll accept the challenge.
Others have the same claim, but they don't have the same following.
What president did that better? Name a president that did freedom.
To be fair, there's not really many people here.
So we tried, it's very hard to try and explain it's like a temporary, but not a temporary. So whatever happens, so I should whether we go with us.
He goes, it's 50-50, isn't it?
You guys hijab? Say hello to the live stream.
Alaikum.
Is that all?
Jazakallah.
I've done that for like 2 months.
Pardon me? What can I say? What can I say? It's a new day. I've not been missing. I've just been abroad. I've been doing things. You know, I've been tired. But let me tell you something. You know, those who come speak in school around these times, you know, to speak and to try and exchange ideas. This is what it's all about. Coming at this time, because a lot of people come in the summer, but the hard cores they come here in the winter, innit?
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Mohammed, no, don't stop. May I ask you a favor? I have two friends that need to get married. Can you mention their names in a video and tell them to get married? They would really appreciate it. It would be really...
Look, no, I can't do that because I haven't got their permission to do this.
Someone
right?
said salam to you. It would be...
But marriage is an important thing for Muslims, right? It's a
We
very-
tried everything.
We tried everything.
We tried a lot of things.
Tell us, man. You know, what can we do?
Would you have a problem if you
Yeah,
could just
because
give
I
them?
don't know the
no,
guys.
just 1 second. Let's just.
I can't say their name.
Okay, I'll say their name.
It's not.
Yunus and Azain, please listen to his advice.
Listen, Yunus, you know, you have to get married. If you don't get married, what's going to happen is that you open the door to fitna. And this is the situation for all the Muslims. What? Some young person I met, you know, he's 25 years old. And I said, oh, you're looking to get married? He said, no, I'm not looking to get married. I said, why not? So, I mean, all of your friends, the non-Muslim friends, are going to have, you know, intercourse, enjoy this and that. And you're what? What are you going to do? You're addicted to pornography, let's be honest. I mean, what's the situation there?
Stop watching.
I'm not saying you, by the way. Sorry. I'm speaking
luisteren.
No, let's be honest. I mean, why are you so secure about your own abilities to protect yourself in that manner? I mean, you shouldn't be. How you doing? You okay?
Thank you, how are you?
Not bad, not bad. Is this the first time you've come to Speaker's Corner? Oh, okay. Well, to be honest, I come here quite often. I don't see you guys here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
what?
because you can tell her a mile off.
Pardon?
That you can tell her a mile off.
Yeah. What would you say your belief system is?
It's quite complex. How long have you got?
I've got enough time to speak to you about it.
Okay, so I was raised a strict Christian by my mother.
Yes.
I was raised in London. I very quickly decided that man-made religions were for me. I consider myself spiritual. I believe that God is inside of all of us and that love is God. And if you can feel love, then you can feel God, and you are a God in yourself, and you have the ability to put God into other people. I don't believe that God has a sex. I believe that there is a major architect. Life wasn't a result of chaos in the solar system. I don't know if we were put here by aliens, but there's no way that I can be standing here. I can conversate. I am the cosmos embodied, and that is a random act of bacteria growing in a wet pool. There's no way. So that's my belief system.
Look, there's
in
a lot.
nutshell.
Would you concur with that belief system?
I've got my own shit going on.
Go on, tell me. What's your relationship to each other?
Flatmate.
Flatmate.
Oh, okay. If you do that, some people are going to take it the wrong way. I think
That's it. There is no wrong way. Love is love. So what's your belief system?
All right. So look, there's a lot I agree with you on. First of all, I think let's start with the agreements.
Okay.
All right. So I think that you're right to say that there's a higher power of some sort. So you don't believe that everything came as a result of chaos. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
That's important. All right. So we realize that chaos is something which can't actually occur. If you think about the organization of the cosmos and so on, yeah? And then you realize, okay, you said I embody the cosmos. In a sense, of course you do, because in a sense, we're in the cosmos, we're in the world around us, we are part of the world. But here's what I would say. Look, I agree with you that we don't want to follow any man-made religions. And I also agree with your point that God is gender neutral, right? So it can't be a man and it can't be a woman, right? So all of these points are things I would say are agreements. Here's what I would say though. If you agree that there is a reasoning behind everything that exists, and that reasoning is attributed to a higher power. Let's say that higher power is God, for the sake of argument. Now, what is...
For an easy one, yep, go
Yeah.
on.
All right, so this higher power now has created everything around us. I think you've come to that conclusion. Okay, fine. Everything is not just a random generation. What is the relationship we should have with that particular higher power?
Yeah.
And what you seem to be communicating to me, which I agree with you to some extent, is that relationship we should have with the higher power is one which everything else in creation is having with that higher power. So we want to be. You said we want to be one with nature in a sense, yeah?
No, I didn't say that.
Go on, tell me.
So I actually do believe that there is evolution, and I do believe that life as we know it now has come from chaos and from evolution. But I believe specifically human beings, my emotional set that it cannot be replicated by an animal because I did not evolve from an animal, and I was given a life by something different. But obviously you can go into the Natural History Museum and you can clearly see how humans have evolved to some extent. But then there's this missing link, oh that's handy, isn't it? And a big bang. But then if you look at animals, you can actually see how there has been processes throughout the changes of the Earth's life cycle in the last millennium, millions of years, that have made animals be able to live the way that they've lived. However, I believe humans and animals aren't from the same breed, and that my God inside me, so if we're going to say God, is my conscience, is my ability to love, and is my ability to interact with other people and make them feel loved as well.
What you seem to be saying, communicating, is that all right, there's all of these processes that are taking place on Earth.
Yeah.
They appear to us to be random,
yeah.
But then there seems to be
yeah.
some kind of power that's guiding everything.
So if you're talking about animal evolution,
okay, go.
So for instance, say there's animal evolution, there's a big wipeout, lots of the species die. Say I've got 5 types of tiger. One type of tiger's got a especially long fur coat. 4 types of those tigers will die out, one will survive, and then they will breed those rest of the tigers, and then they will individually have their own genetic mutations, how evolution works, right? That's not somebody who's got like magic wand, bush, bish, bosh.
No, I understand. No, I get it. But here's what I want to say to you.
Yeah.
Let me deal with this contention straight on,
Okay, right.
The point of mutations, or what's referred to sometimes as random mutations, yeah, is sometimes used in atheistic discourse to try and do away with the idea of, let's say, an organizer, or the ultimate, or an architect or something.
Yeah.
This is kind of like where Charles Darwin, he started off actually in his Origins of Species by saying that there is an architect, and this is the process that he's saying, and then he went off to talk about actually there may not
like
be
a work in process.
Right. So he started refuting William Paley and so on. But the point I wanted to make to you is this: is that most atheists that I've come across, let me give you one name, Sam Harris. Okay, Sam Harris is one of the most popular pop atheists in the world now. Yeah. He says he believes in determinism. Determinism is basically this. He says that everything that comes before has a reason or causation. There's an uninterrupted line of causation. In other words, what I'm saying to you right now is not something I'm saying out of free will, but it's because I'm pushed out of necessity to say it.
Okay.
Now, if you think about what atheists say, listen, bro, I'm just speaking to I'll speak to you later, brother, yeah? This guy's a bit weird, man. He's embarrassing himself in front of the people. Yeah. Now, having said that, what I was going to say was this, is that if you believe, like Sam Harris does, and like most atheists do, that in fact, all the orders are determined because there's an uninterrupted causal line, which we don't have any control over, then you can't then say that there's a random mutation, because the word random, it contradicts determinism.
Okay, but I never said that first point.
I know. But what I'm saying is this, is that the point for determinism, which most atheists accept,
Most of them do.
yeah, no problem. Yeah, no, that's good, because we'll move on to a free will discussion.
Yeah.
But it contradicts the idea of a
course
random
it does.
mutation,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is this, is that first and foremost, the new atheistic narrative, which a lot of people like living in the world that we live in now are exposed to. You listen to Richard Dawkins, you listen to Sam Harris, you listen to these individuals, and then you come out with
like a fate and destiny
something of what they're saying, and you rephrase it in your own kind of spiritual way, and you think that you're coming up with something new. Really and truly, you're just absorbing the social forces around you, and you're coming up with your own articulation. Accepted. But what I'm saying is this, is that those narratives are self-contradictory narratives. Like the new atheistic narratives presupposes for the most part that the world is predetermined, but then it uses...
That's how claims do. I mean, interlinear. So if I go there, it won't say this. It won't say it's inspired by God. Sorry? But you said you know.
I know what Richard said. I don't know what that was saying. Whether
No, the interlinear, you mean, yeah? You know what the interlinear is?
I've never heard of that before.
It gives you a breakdown. It gives you a breakdown of the Hebrew and the Greek. It goes back to the original text. No, it gives you the breakdown. So you'll see the Greek, you'll see the Hebrew, you'll even see the Hebrew text and the Greek text.
You can read Greek, can you?
Good?
Can you read Greek?
Wow.
Can you
Okay.
transliterate it?
Let's have a look at it.
Because he wrote it to me in the actual Greek scriptures with his translation of it. And it doesn't mention scripture, it says writings.
But here's wrong. This is wrong.
None of that's wrong. If you
So
believe
wrong.
this, you've got eternal life.
That is wrong.
If you remain not believing it until death, you go to hell.
They're beyond education.
Sunday, you've changed what's named as bananas. Very good.
Hello, Mr. TNT. How are you? So when he brought him on, he had wrong. These people said, look, the behavior of a Muslim, how he behaved himself, is the behavior of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, how he behaved. He had this behavior. So if we today as Muslims, you follow Quran and Sunnah, nothing else, Quran and Sunnah, you see the effects in your life. You see the change in your life. But why I said, don't not follow anything else, not anything else to follow Quran and Sunnah. This is it. So the whole point of us as a Muslim, don't follow anything which is outside the premises of Quran and Sunnah. Because of the divine revelations from God Almighty, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
So why do so many of the different sects deviate from following the Sunnah and the Sunnah?
Good question.
Reactionary, to be honest, it doesn't have to do with this whole
Allah says
blocking and modding.
Quran says,
You go live, so I can't do that.
Surah Al-Imran chapter 3, ayah 103.
I have to do it to be fair.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ولا حبل اللعب في جميع. Allah says in the Quran, hold together to you the rope of Allah that He stretched out to you.
Nah, no one will ever get
Before
blocked.
that,
Reactionary.
that you are enemies one but Allah, He has joined your hearts together. So Allah says, hold together the rope of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He gives to you.
No,
I might get up to in the face. Not when I'm here to be
Get a bag of vegan letters, we can stand here for 100
Good.
years. and
But
talk
now the
about
100 monthly
That's there's a low chance, but it's a chance. And of course chance exists.
But
Or else
Lindsay-
why is that? Did you call me Lindsay?
Oh, sorry.
You haven't asked my name yet. Hello, I'm Angela.
I don't shake hands with women.
Oh,
For religious
really?
reasons. Yeah.
In that case, I don't think I can speak to you anymore.
Why?
Why
Is that
can't you
what?
shake hands with her? Because I think that's really offensive.
No, no,
Oh, that's
men-
okay, that's okay.
No, no,
You have your belief set and I will have mine. At that point, I am going to
Shake hands
But
with her.
hold on. Let me tell you something though, yeah?
Oh my
This is good. It shows you that they're incapable of having a conversation with someone who doesn't believe in certain values. So they wouldn't be shaking hands with a tribal leader in Africa. They'd walk away from them. Because you're not allowed to shake hands with tribal leaders in Africa. If you had a Jew, you wouldn't shake hands with them because an Orthodox Jew. So in other words, if you don't believe in our liberal values the way we accept them and the way we shape them and the way then we're not going to have conversations with you. So that's intolerance. That's liberal intolerance. And I'm very happy it was on camera. Walk away. It's feministic intolerance. White person's intolerance. Very good. I'm very happy. Walk away. Because you know what? I'm going to speak to people on my terms. You know, if you don't want to touch me, you don't have to touch me. I'm not going to force you to touch me. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Now, and this is the ridiculousness of feminism. Let's move on the subject now. Let's change the subject to something else. If a woman, think about this from a second wave feministic discourse. If a woman decided that she doesn't want to be touched by a man, and that was her feministic stance, that actually I don't want to be, touched by a man, etc., then it would be a matter of stance, a matter of ideology. And if I were to protest against that, I'll say, look, this is the autonomous decision making of a woman who is second wave feminist who decided that she doesn't want to be touched by a man. Why should you enforce your will to touch a man? And in the same way now, as Muslims, we're being forced to do certain things, like having a discussion with someone in the park, and at one point she says, okay, I'm not going to speak to you because you're not shaking my hand. So what's next? The point is that as Muslims, we don't need to deal with people like that, to be honest with you. As conservative, or whatever you want to call us, orthodox or traditionalist Muslims, if you don't want to speak to me on my terms, look, I'm accepting the fact that you might be a homosexual. I only ask for your pronouns. I mean, I don't even know what you are. If you're a man or woman or whatever, Lindsay or whatever your name is, Jack, John, and your boyfriend or your girlfriend, whoever it is that you had with you. Because I don't know the pronouns of that individual that you had with you, that both of you walked away. But for me, say for example, I'm not in favor of transgenderism as a stance, that you can actually change your biological sex from man to woman. I'm happy to have a conversation with someone who identifies themselves as a woman, even though they're biologically born as a man. Why? Because this is meant to be a free discussion with people that believe in different things. You can't handle it when someone doesn't want to shake your hand or touch your body or doesn't want you to touch their hand or shake their body. What's wrong with you? You know, at the end of the day, this is liberal, the muscular liberalism that David Cameron was talking about, which in fact is an impingement of traditionalist rights. We as Muslims have to stand here and say, you know what, if you don't want to talk to us on that basis, then we don't need to talk to you anyway. Because as Muslims, we have our own standards. And our own standards are based on Quran, Sunnah. If you can't accept that, if liberalism can't, and its permutations, feministic, liberalistic permutations, can't tolerate anything other than itself. Listen carefully. If liberalism and its feministic permutations cannot tolerate anything other than itself, I say to you, then what kind of liberalism is that? You don't even understand this ideology that you claim to believe in. If you're a free will, someone who believes in free will, as her point was, and liberalism, then really, why should you force me to touch you? Why should you force me to touch you? This whole thing of, and it's been part of the discourse nowadays, shake my hand or else. What? I'm a traditionalist Muslim. I might decide not to shake your hand. What? Am I forced now to do something outside of my will? Because that becomes a kind of totalitarian system. You got to do this and you got to do that. All right, let's go to the synagogues and force the men and women to be together. Let's go to the synagogues and get the Orthodox Jews and get them to shake your hand. Same thing. Let's go to, and that's why we don't see them. We don't see those kinds of discourses with Jews. It's very unfair. When you look at, actually, I was looking recently on a Daily Mail newspaper, and they were showcasing the marriage between Jewish Orthodox people, and in that marriage, there was a separation between men and women. A full separation between men and women. Now think of this, instead of criticizing, as they have with the Muslim community, the act of separating men and women, what they instead decided to do was, in a sense, talk about the interesting nature of that, without a negative undertone or subtext. So what I'm trying to say is that how comes you have this way of dealing with the Jewish community, but when it comes to the Muslim community, you're starting to do this. Now look, what I'm saying is that as Muslims, if you can't handle having people that believe in different things in your community, then you can't handle your own ideology. It's not even about us anymore. You don't even abide by the principles you set for yourselves. And so we have to retune the narratives. I think that nowadays there's a white person getting too rowdy like that. So to be honest, that's what it is. The white man thinks he's better than me. I see that white girl thought she was better than me. I'm not going to talk to you. Get out of here. I don't want to talk to you or your boyfriend there or girlfriend, to be honest with you. I don't know what she is or he is or it is that you had there with you next to you. And I don't want to talk to any white man thinking they're better than me. Come on equal terms, you understand? Just because I'm brown and believe in something different, don't try and colonialize me. I'm not your little slave and you're my master. We're past those days, my man. Bring your qualifications, I'll bring mine. I'm probably more qualified than you. Yeah? Let's do an IQ test. The one that says, I am nothing. You're ruining your Tommy Hilfiger.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Modine. I'm with my youngest today. Obviously, I've left Speaker's Corner for about a month now. I haven't been speaking. I'm too important for Speaker's Corner. My price has gone up, innit? Obviously, that's why I don't go to Speaker's Corner, because I'm on next things now. I'm on next levels. So I let the youngers take over now, innit? One of the youngers here, come. You don't want to be on the team? The youngers are taking over now. Hey, youngers, do you want to be on the thing? They don't want to be on right now. I've left you lot, man. Been here for about a year. Done my business, talked what I had to say, alhamdulillah. I thank God. I thank you for everyone that showed me support. Thank you for TNTS, whatever his name is. What's your name? Your name's Leon. Let me just, bro, first of all, I thank God, for being alive. Second of all, I want to thank God for giving me the opportunity to change 1,000 people's lives, or 10,000, or 100,000, or millions, because obviously I'm famous now. I wanted to thank God for helping me to save people's lives. I wanted to thank, now I'm going to start thanking the people. I wanted to thank my subscribers who subscribe to Modine. I wanted to thank all the ladies that let me bang them and that. I'm joking. I'm joking. I wanted to thank all the people that showed me support. Hey, stop fighting. Stop fighting, yeah? Hey. They're fighting. See, show them. No, stop. Hey. Let me break it up.
one. See you later. Thank you very much. Thank you.
عند راسي والله انا عمبو انا عند راسي
Abzino's nothing going on. Playing around. Mr. Ali, what do you mean? They're not doing nothing. Nonsense, that stuff.
She's having a baby!
They're not fighting, man. They're play fighting. They're kids.
Hey!
Oh, he's back. Look.
Hey, paintings, come here.
No, Abzino, they weren't fighting, bro. They're play fighting. They're not even doing nothing. They're friends.
Two Arabs. The original Arabs from Yemen and the people who became Arabs.
Message, but you don't know his message, then I'll have an issue. Because, yeah, but what is his message? What is his message? No, more than that. He said, believe in me, Jesus, because God has sent me to save you. And Jesus said, as you follow me, Jesus, you are following God.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
Sure.
None of them made the claim Jesus made.
The disciples said, show us the Father.
They said similar message. They said, believe in me as a prophet that I'm coming with a message in you. Yes, Abraham, you said he claimed he was a prophet.
Not religious. Yeah, like hipster guy, innit? So I walked in. That's what we have to do. What we have to do in the Muslim, what traditional Muslims have to do to get a job nowadays. Imagine she was. I want you to put this question in mind. Imagine she was an employer. Yeah. Imagine what kind of discrimination I would face if I was trying to get a job and she was my boss. Think about that. She walked away. By walking away, she's just humiliated herself in the worst way possible. Yeah. And she's just put herself as a case study for hundreds, tens of thousands of people to see. Just imagine this. She did, I'm not going to talk to you. All right, cool. That's your stance, which means you can't tolerate certain traditionalist Muslim views, or Jewish views, or Christian views, or whatever it may be. What I did was, I came into the interview, and I wrapped my hand around, like in a cast. And I came in, and the woman was like this. And I was like this. Now I had the cast on. Now I didn't say to her my hand was broken or nothing. I just, you know. And then this woman was persistent. So she tried to go for the other hand. Yeah. So there was a coffee on the table.
Hannibal Peace, bro.
Like I grabbed it quickly and I was like, Western value. I was like, I saw her coming close, so I felt like this. And I started talking to her nicely. At the end of the day, I got the job for that particular work. You want to come from that? No, actually, no. But no, okay, no problem. I got the job at the end. Before something happened and I had to leave that job. I have no choice of my own. But the point I'm making is that these are real life issues for Muslims, traditionalist Muslims in the world today. And not only Muslims, I'm thinking Jews probably have the same issues. You know, it's one thing to have your views, your colonialist, liberal, orientalist views about Muslims. But now when it becomes a matter of discrimination, and you are not even capable of holding conversations with me, you're not even capable of being in my presence because of this, then we know for a fact that the issue has become an issue of racism, really, and or an issue of discrimination. Because a lot of these people don't care what religion you are. Brown guy with a beard, not shaking their hand, whatever. So here's what I say as Muslims, we really need to reclaim the narrative. Otherwise, you're going to have another generation of young people having to do what I did. forget it after a long time. You get what I'm saying? So to end the point there, what she did there, or what it did there, I don't know what the pronouns were. What that individual did was a case study of someone who is intolerant and cannot hold down conversation. And had that person been in another context, that would have been detrimental to someone's livelihood, to someone's bread-winning ability, bread-making, and so on and so forth. So think about that, inshallah.
That's why you're gonna come equipped. Gloves. Does it not?
You're right. This is good, yeah? Oh, how you doing? You right, yeah?
Alright, how you doing, mate?
Islamin?
Yes.
Hello,
Where are you guys?
Hello, brother, you alright?
Where are your hate preachers? I saw one there. I'm waiting for him.
Ken's waiting for you.
Ken is waiting for me. No, he doesn't want to debate. I want a proper debate, my brother. Proper debate, me and Ken. We have a proper debate, but he doesn't want it. No shouting. We have a moderator. 3 minutes each. You see? So that your viewers will be happy. Your viewers now will know this is a proper debate. Lamin against Ken. Yeah? 3 minutes each.
Ken said in his last video he want to talk to big guns.
No, he wants Sheikh.
Yeah, and Mansoor and Hashim and maybe Shamsi.
And
yeah, his level is higher now.
The level is very high.
Yeah, so he doesn't want to talk to anybody and everybody.
Shamsi is not here. I think he's waiting for them. He's waiting for them.
I think he is, yeah. When they're going to come, then he's going to start shouting. But Hijab is here.
Oh, who is that?
Muhammad Hijab.
No, he doesn't go to Muhammad Hijab.
Oh, he did mention
I've never
Muhammad.
seen him going to here. Assalamu alaikum. You're here?
Assalamu alaikum. You okay?
Ken's over there. There. You lot, it's quite empty today.
Nothing message and nothing negative, putting people down
They
message.
come, oh, Jesus love you.
So people are going to follow you.
Jesus
If
died
people
for you.
follow you,
Oh,
are
you
they
don't
going to
know
go around
spiritual-
being negative, putting people down like you do? Is
on.
that your faith? Is that your philosophy? Go around, criticise,
Don't
put people
criticize
down, be
only
negative.
the Muslim. Do it for you.
Make
Do it
people-
for yourself.
make people into
Tell
nothing,
us how
say
your
that their
Bible
faith is
was
rubbish.
made. Who wrote
You're
the Bible?
intolerant.
Who wrote the Bible?
You are an
Who wrote-
intolerant bigot.
Did Paul,
You won't tell us what you
did
believe,
Paul, who
but
wrote the
we
New
know already
Testament,
that
did
your
Paul, who wrote the New
philosophy
Testament,
is an
ever
intolerant,
met Jesus?
intolerant
No.
bigotry. And that's
The
what you
writer,
are. That's
the
what
number
you
one,
represent.
number one, the
Intolerance,
main player
prejudice,
of
persecution.
Christianity. He never
You are
met
the
Jesus.
prejudiced persecutor.
And he always
Not
saw
the people of
Muhammad,
faith,
Muhammad.
but
What
the
about
people of
you?
unbelief are the
Christianity.
persecutors.
Who made
They're
Christianity?
the perpetrators of hate.
People.
The perpetrators of
Christianity was
negativity
written
are
by
the
the
people
Greek,
of unbelief
in Greek
like
language.
you. The
European.
people of faith are the perpetrators of truth, the perpetrators of good and help.
I don't have
we
a
have
lot
a
of
hope.
energy.
We
You have
believe
no
in
hope.
helping other
You have
people.
no hope.
Whether we're Muslim,
Yeah,
Christian
you're
or
not
Jew,
helping. Look
we
at
believe in
Obama.
going around doing good,
Obama is
telling people to
Christian.
do good.
Obama
you go
is
around
Christian.
telling people
Obama
to put
is
others
Christian.
down, be negative, to mock, and to scoff, and to scorn. That's your message.
Mexico are dying, and
Scoffer.
Panama and Guatemala,
Discourager.
and they're dying because the weather changing
Mr.
the bloody
Negative.
sun,
That's
and
what
it
you
doesn't
are.
let them go to their own country because they are Native Americans. And they believe in the church. If you are in America,
I don't
you
believe
don't
in the
believe
church.
in God.
You don't
Oh,
even know what I believe in.
God.
I don't believe in the
All
church.
churches, all bloody.
I don't
you know,
believe in the church.
brainwashing.
I
Brainwashing
agree
people.
that the church
They are not just
big up. You don't even know what I believe.
What they
full
are
of
saying.
negativity
What
and
they are
hatred.
doing. Yeah.
Racial prejudice and hatred.
Yeah.
That's what you
Me.
represent. That's what a group of people here
Me
represent.
racist.
Hatred,
Me
prejudice, and
I am-
persecution
me.
of anyone who has faith.
Me.
And they just hate
Look
on
at
people
you, look at
because
me.
of the way they look.
Yeah.
And they judge them by the way they look. Oh, he's a white man. He's Christian. Hate him.
You
Oh,
have
he's a
problem.
brown person.
I know.
He's Muslim. Hate him.
I know.
That's what you work on. Prejudice. Yeah, outward appearance
but you know-
and negativity.
You know the
That's what
Chichen
you feed
Muslims,
off.
they look wiser than you.
Yeah,
The
because
Chichen
you got
Muslims.
hang-ups about race.
from Chechnya.
You've got massive
They
hang-ups.
look nicer than you.
So
Yeah.
what?
So don't tell you what? Who gives a fuck about colour? I don't
care about
Are
colour.
you mentioning-
You're the one who
I
came
tell
here
you,
talking
look at
about
your
colour.
Christianity.
I never mentioned colour.
Look at your
You've got massive
Christianity. Who
hang-ups.
wrote Christianity? That's why. Who wrote the Christian? Who made Christianity? Is it Christianity revealed by any kind of gods?
Yes,
No.
it is. Christ.
No.
It's Christ. Yes,
Why?
revealed
Because
by Jesus
people
Christ.
who wrote, the first person who wrote about Christianity, apart leave Judaism alone, is a Paul. Paul from Turkey. He's the first one. Because that's what we have. And this guy, he never met ever Jesus in his life. You're Muslim, they don't know about this.
The hater.
What you're saying is a
People
lie.
can choose to follow him and follow hate. That's all he has. Is
One
hate.
love, one power.
Come on.
God, one love,
Come
one
on.
power.
Tell him,
Yo, big up yourself in the Greek. Yo, big up the bridge.
You and I, Christianity, I'm to hang people. Everybody.
Are you worried about the legislation? Yeah. What's happening, Chris?
Rex isn't here this week.
I'm filling in for him.
No, I've already sent him some stuff. If it's under 6 minutes, just if it's no WhatsApp. If it's under 6 minutes, you can just send it to him and he can upload it. Yeah, but really. Oh, I don't know about moderating. I'm just taking videos and sending them. Oh, what's happening, W Bird? All right, John. What's happening?
Huh? CNC Greek, what's up? Somali speakers, not Somali. Come on, man. You know what? I'm so
It's
tired
our
of this.
corner. I'm sorry, Rex told you it's our corner. Our corner.
Everyone's corner.
I want to take some time to
But-
big up the Greek at the same time, but me have to big up Master Rex, you know, my brethren.
Sure.
He's not here today. But
Mr.
we
Rex,
have-
TNT,
but we have-
and the
we
news
have
channel on the
Greek,
block, Somali
the
speakers
Greek,
as well.
And we have Zimbabwe TT around that too, so you know what I say, yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to add you the link, subscribe and share.
All right,
Yes,
see
my
you-
brother, salam
I see you
alaikum.
next, brother,
How
yeah.
you doing? It's my
We
other
have
small
take time
brother.
walk, we walk down.
You get me? I'm going to come for you, I'm going to have a
Yeah,
private
we still
interview.
come, we walk down.
You have 7 religions. Right? They follow the fire.
Tell them.
It's true, isn't it? They follow the fire. All I see in this park is we're the Muslims, you're the Christians. There comes the Judaism.
Maku's not here, bro.
Right? Oh, you don't control it, you don't control it, and you don't control it. The Illuminati do. The fire.
The Illuminati.
The Illuminati. The fire. They control it. Right? You see, if all the Muslims, Hindus, Buddhists, Jain, Christians, Sikhs, if you all stick together, form an alliance, you can take them out. And then you can sit and decide amongst yourselves how we're gonna, let each other have a share of this planet. And what I would do, I would say, right, Muslims control that part,
Dingo, big
Christians
up, brother.
control that part, peacefully, Sikhs control that part, right? And that way, that's it. That's how you should be thinking, because they're too quick.
Oh, Marco, stop that talk, man.
And it's too late. They've got the technology and you can't fight them. If the 7 religions were on horseback, when they had swords, 7 religions, you could have taken them about 200, 300 years ago when it was possible. But now, it's too late because their technological power is so advanced. They're so advanced.
What's that about? What's that about?
This is why I rate Rex. And how he does this.
Kane?
Lamin. Oh, no. God bless him, man. God bless him.
Let's get together and pray.
People are asking for you.
They should be asking. Stop your noise, man. They should be asking for Jesus. They should be asking for Jesus. Yeah.
He's just keeping it simple, as you can see.
So, and here's a big response.
All right, Paul, say hello to the light.
Hello, I like your little ferret thing. What's its name? Hello, how are you?
Mr. Rax is at the end of this because he's standing in for Mr. Rax.
Oh, Rax.
Mr. Rax.
It looks like an axe.
And Mr. Rax, so while the rest of us are standing in the freezing cold of England, he's in the Seychelles on a beach enjoying himself watching us, which I think is absolutely disgusting. Get back here as soon as possible.
It's not actually that cold yet, actually. It could be worse.
But he's at the all-inclusive table buffet somewhere, you know, going, oh no, that's Ian on you wasting my airtime, you know, sort of while putting the Ambra Solaire on his body.
Put a disclaimer, he's not in the Seychelles.
Where is he then?
He's taking a break.
Taking a break. Come on, Mr. Rax, where are you? It's our corner, come on. Which corner of the world are you in now? Yeah, come on.
Well, what's the conversation then?
Oh, just talking about
all sorts of general things, really. No, nothing of interest at the moment.
Nothing of interest.
No, religion, the usual stuff, you know.
Yeah, he's a kafir and.
I'm a kafir.
He's a kafir.
He's a Muslim.
Yeah.
He's I don't know.
What are you these
Whatever
days?
he is, I'm not sure. He changes from one week to another.
Yeah.
I have no idea what he is.
I'll just check my diary. I've got an app. Tells you
We're both 10.
What religion are you?
We're both 10cc fans. I know
That's
that.
right, I'm a 10cc fan.
10cc fans. How dare you?
What are you saying, bro?
Nice discussion with Paul.
I'm joking. Listen, I want to buy you a Christmas present, a bicycle, Santander. You're going to go around London and lose some weight, okay?
He wants to buy Paul a Santander bike.
Yeah? Do I make sure it's
Santander? How are you, Mo? You okay?
Yes.
I haven't seen you walking in blooming Edgware Road recently. Every time I go to Edgware Road, there's Mo in the old, sitting there with the old bottles, and he's sitting there in the cafes. I see him as I walk past sometimes.
Oh, man.
You must be spending so much money in those cafes in Edgware Road. Yeah.
I'm changing my life. You're not going to see me here no more.
Not going to see you anymore?
See you later, Ian.
I'll see you in a minute, yeah.
Just talk with Ian.
Basically, I want to talk about Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam.
No.
Chris, I'll leave you with Mo. I'm going to go talk.
We're not doing them long talks, mate.
What?
It's just a normal, nice conversation. Let's make this corner a nice
I ain't got time to speak this corner. I told you I want bigger things. You won't see me here no more. Adieu! It's the last time you're going to see me here, probably.
Are you sure?
Bro, you ain't even see me on any channel for 1 month. Why? Because I've got more important things to do. I ain't got time for you lot. I'm on the next thing now. I'm on other levels.
And that's my Dean's message. We'll see you in the debate after.
You ain't see me no more. You won't see me, this is the last time. Bang, gang business.
The Dean is leaving the park.
Africa, through Russia, through wherever they were on this planet.
That's it. And it was that itself.
This is going on.
Well, her dad was actually a miner, but he went down with chest problems.
It's like a German thing, it's a German. And basically there are people studying sociology and they tell funny things about their life. And it's just hilarious. So that's.
Let's see what Rajiv's doing. I'm Indian. No, stop saying oh shit, man. I'm Indian. Listen. Show some love to my life, man. Say hello to the people. Come on, man. Say give them. Come on, man. I'll never get you on a live. I mean, he's lost for words now. Look at him.
He's got a good show. He did a good speech. Huh? We'll have to set up, mate. But look, it's a good show.
As Tommy Robson came to the park and did his speech, he was hailed as the champion and the hero of freedom of speech. Martin Selner was hailed as the friend of the British people, pushing forward a wholesome British message of do not let this nation be radicalized, do not let this nation be Islamified. The only problem
Man
with
like
that
H,
is
what about man?
Martin Sellner is now under scrupulous investigation for receiving funds from none other than the New Zealand terrorist who killed 50 people in cold blood. This is the freedom of speech Steve wants in Speaker's Corner. This is the freedom of speech Raj, Ralph, and all of these people want in Speaker's Corner. So when we're talking about terrorist support, let's make sure that we know exactly what we are talking about. Let's make sure we know our facts, and let's make sure that we know exactly who are the people that are inviting terrorism to come into the UK. The themes in the themes within the manifesto of the New Zealand shooter incited certain things such as European birth rates, European attacks or being attacked by Islamic people. When we look at Martin Sellner's rhetoric, this is exactly the same thing that is regurgitated. Now, it's no shock to myself that this person is linked towards Martin Sellner, if by rhetoric alone, but the fact that this person went as far as to draw funds and to send it to an individual character shows a level of inspiration and a level of identity there. So when we're talking about supporting terrorism, it becomes worrying to me that certain individuals in this park can boastfully call someone a champion of freedom of speech
Dingo, there's no
for
peak today, bro.
wanting terrorists in the UK. And let us be clear, Martin Sellner inspired the New Zealand shooter along with many other right-wing talking people. If we allow these people to become the focal point of Speaker's Corner, the UK, and the freedom of speech conversation in total, the dialogue will be invalid. It will be pointless, and we will head into an age where fists are probably more the dialogue than it is discussion, facts, and information. Do not let fake news run the conversation. This place is important, but it's only important when people don't lie. People come here with a genuine nature of wanting to share information and provide solutions. Don't be a Steve. Be a person that wants to find truth. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, excellent. Very good.
Reggie? Oh, thank you.
Yeah, very, very good.
No, so, yeah. No, do you wanna take
I
it?
didn't know this.
And that was Rajiv's message. Yeah, Dingo, that's her.
Private.
Private.
I don't want it to be in the camera. I love you.
Oh, so down for the line.
Some country, some culture.
People should know me. Jesus was born as a Jew for the whole world. That is Christianity.
Oh, there he is. So cool.
TNTS Greek. How are you, bro? Hello, like, share, and subscribe. TNTS Greek.
I won't say it like that. Say content.
Content. That's all right. Just call here, guys.
Oh, Arun.
Hey, how you doing? All right, JC?
Hello, brother.
Please give us 5 minutes. Yeah. Hey, how you doing? All right, brother?
Say hello then.
Hey, hello, how you doing? All right? Good to see you. Good to see you.
Right now? Belly vision.
You bring it. But you know, right here in Speaker's Corner, I have prayed for people and they've been healed by the power of Jesus right here. It won't be the first time. Oh no, you bring him.
Make him walk from there.
As many as are willing.
So
the power of God doesn't work.
So he has to be in front of
God
you.
does not impose himself. God does not impose himself on men. God does not impose himself on men. Oh, bring him.
No,
if you bring him Jesus and he's ready, Jesus will heal him right here, right now.
If he's ready,
If he's ready.
You believe, you want me to really believe?
I see miracles all the time. My Jesus has miracles all the time.
Look,
why shouldn't I believe?
Let's walk from here to him.
There's no need.
Because he's on a wheelchair.
There's no need. You know what? Those who want healing, they come. Those who want healing, they come. They come. You don't go to them, they come. Yeah. The power of Jesus is real.
They make him come.
Jesus still heals today. Today, he still heals.
So if
Jesus still does miracles today.
Today. If I go and tell that guy, you are
why not anybody? It doesn't matter. He has to tell himself, not you. He has to tell himself.
So now you're giving
He's like an alcoholic. It's not an excuse. He has to be willing.
No,
I give you an analogy.
Give me an analogy.
He has to say to himself,
the power of God is real.
Alcoholism.
If you are a Christian, I'm going to challenge you. It is time for us to show the world the power of God. God is a miracle working God. God is a supernatural God. When people see the supernatural, they have no argument. And it's time to demonstrate the power of God. It's time to show people that God is real by them seeing the power of God. Bring the sick and they shall be healed.
Yes. He's there, I'm telling you.
Jesus still heals today.
Brother, look there, he's
Bring
there.
him, go and get him. Talk to him. Convince him. It might help you. Because if you saw God heal him, you might change your mind.
It will never change my mind.
What?
It will never change my mind.
Oh, so even if he got healed, it won't change your mind?
It's not going to happen.
How do you know?
I know.
How do you know? Are you God?
Brother.
Are you God? See, you speak like God. I know. How do you know? How can you know in somebody's life? You know. How do you know? Go home now. Let me ask you. What about those I have prayed for and God has healed them? And make it.
Follow fire. Follow fire. You don't follow fire. Can't you see that you cannot make yourself alliances?
Easy. Live, bro. You think this guy, look, he doesn't believe in breeding. No, we filmed him already.
No, Moses is like anybody. Jesus is different. And on one hand, you're saying Jesus is Moses. But Jesus so you take the majority rule, you don't take the so that is why the other one.
Is it why did you record?
Yeah, hello, how you all run? Watch this channel.
That's the question you need to ask. That's the question you need to ask him. That if this alcohol is a haram in this country or anywhere in the world, why it is halal up in heaven for Muslims?
Oh, Veli, I don't know. I can't control this
That's
stuff.
the biggest question you need to ask him.
What else, Uncle?
Yeah? They should give me the answer for this question. If alcohol is a haram in this world for Muslim, why this is halal up in heaven in Jannat? In Jannat with houris and with young boys. Why alcohol is a halal? That's the question. Does any Muslim have answer for this?
He does.
Does any Muslim have answer for this question?
Muslim number one, ya donkey, and you
Oh, here come a donkey of Allah.
You speak rubbish,
Here come
ya
a donkey of Allah.
You liar.
Who doesn't have answer for this?
Liar, ya.
A donkey of Allah does not have answer for this. So he is accusing me.
Himar.
So I have a very simple question here.
You know his daughter's become Muslim.
I have a very simple question.
His daughter has become Muslim.
Is this true?
Yeah.
Why should my daughter be a religion, the follower of religion of Satan? This is the religion of Satan. Why should they be?
Wow, there's drones here as well now. Oh, he's back. Easy.
Okay.
That's it.
Tell him.
I am telling you. That's what you've got to do, right? Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, Sikh, we're all round together. You're building a wall, right? And what are we going to do? We don't control nothing. You don't control nothing. You don't control nothing. You don't control nothing. I don't control nothing. You don't control nothing. We got common interest. It's not the bank interest. What are we going to do? That's what you should be discussing. They are winning.
You finished your conversation with his brother?
Yes. What do you want from me, bro?
Huh?
When are you going to take the shahada, inshallah? I love you.
Talk to him in Greek.
Do you know that I love
Talk to him
you?
in Greek.
You know what, yeah? I told him before, yeah. One day he's gonna wake up, his feet are gonna move. He's gonna, you know, I'm gonna sit my shine on that.
Alhamdulillah.
I'm getting rinsed.
Nothing would exist if
Actions
Allah
in
did not
place?
create them.
Yeah.
However, Allah has also given them the free will to choose between right and wrong. Now, if it's not bloody wrong, you've got nothing. Muslims have
You
nothing.
want to buy it? I don't have
Christians have nothing. What have you got? Nothing.
Man, give me a little something, I'm live. Hello to the people. Salmon people. Is that it?
Yeah.
You go live, I'm like, talk to us about the way you're spamming all the channels.
I never done it. That's not my bum hole. It's not my bum hole.
You man, you're a joker, man. Oh shit.
Where'd he go? Idol. He is the
Oh, you man's funny, man.
all those who worship idol and statue.
Hey, go for it.
Okay, can I make
He
a point?
worships. This is turning black now. This is turning black.
Brother,
This is
I
turning
was just
black.
making my point here.
Yeah. You worship a cross.
Okay, now, do you believe that Jesus, whenever he
That's my symbol. Not
asked
worship.
God anything, God does whatever He asks. Do you agree?
Yeah, the Father does.
Does
not
God? Yeah,
God,
yeah.
because
Father,
Jesus is
does
God
Father
as well.
ever fail to do what
Not
Jesus
if
asks?
it's His will. Not if it's His
Okay.
will, is my
So
answer.
Jesus did
I think
say.
you're going to go to when He says, take this cup.
No, not that one. I'm going to go Hebrew chapter 5 verse 7, where Jesus, it says, in the days of His flesh, Jesus used to pray to the one who could have saved Him from death.
But it's not His
But
will.
what's the, no, that verse doesn't say will or not.
He came for this purpose.
Brother, let me finish my point. No, what's
What's going on, man? I wasn't banned. Everyone chatting rubbish. Yeah.
Hello to the people you're like.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon today. Yeah.
Razzo, big up.
Now, let me ask you this. Where is Egypt? Where is Egypt?
Egypt.
Yeah.
Egypt is in Egypt.
He invented a new Egypt. Just watch soccer films. He introduced a completely new Egypt, completely new Pharaoh.
Don't speak on my behalf. Don't speak on my behalf.
Excuse me, I speak on my behalf.
No, you said me. You said me.
Yeah, you said him.
Excuse me, are you crackhead or something?
Yeah, that's on my
You said
behalf.
about me. You speak crack about the way.
Oh. No,
You just said about me and you said...
He doesn't know
let me
what
speak on my
behalf means. He
You
doesn't
just
know
said
what
about
behalf
myself. You
means.
said, I said Egypt this and that.
Yes.
So you speak on my behalf. Bro, this
If
guy
I
is
said,
fish memory.
if
you know. Wallah, this guy's a fish memory. Wallah, it's a fish memory.
If I said, he doesn't know English, that's a problem. If I said, Jude came here, no.
And said,
You said.
That's what I'm saying. So you speak
If
on my
I
behalf.
said, Jude came here and said something,
Yeah.
am I?
Go on.
Are you shouting for my
I'm not shouting. I said, yeah, go on.
Quiet.
Bro.
There's something
This
called
speak is
quiet
called
now.
now. We are in England, not back home.
Well,
so we are allowed speaking anytime.
in England, we don't
Go on.
say-
No, we do. Speak is called now.
Marco, do me a favour. Stop that talk about people dead, please. Because that's not what this channel's doing, man. Stop all that talk.
Hey, you got 5 together, you idiot! Don't argue! Say, damn the Illuminati! Come on, wake up, you prick!
Stop smoking.
You said last week that Egyptians were not known to build buildings from a baked bricks.
Towers.
Yes.
Do you know what towers
No, it's
are?
building. No, it's building.
Tower?
That's a tower property building.
Is every building a tower?
I didn't say that.
Isn't it clear?
I did not
see
say
comments.
that.
I
did
see.
not say that.
JC, let's get
Bro,
this
this is a
clarified.
clown.
I
This
see
is a clown.
You know,
Did I say that? Did I say? No. Did I say every building is a tower?
Please come here. JC, for all
No.
viewers.
Answer my question.
Excuse
Did I
me.
say every building is a tower? Can you answer my question? Listen. Answer my question. Did I say every building is a tower? Yes or no? Did I say that? Did I say every building is a tower? Did I say every building is a tower? Answer my question, please. Did I say every building is a tower? Yes or no?
Shamshi.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, there's S in English language.
Shamshi.
I know in English language there's S.
Shamshi
You know, alphabet there's S.
Shamshi.
No, Shamsi.
He does not English, that's why.
Still can't say it. He still can't say it.
Anyway, what is that? Did I say every building is a tower?
No. Wait
Can
a
you
second.
answer my
Wait a
question?
second.
Did
So
I say
last
every
week,
building is a
this
tower?
is what happened.
Answer my question. Look. He just
What our
changed.
dear
Did
friend
I
here
say
did,
every building is a
last
tower?
week,
Did I
he
say every
said
building is a tower?
Egypt was
Liar, answer
not
my question.
Egypt.
I did not say
Claim
that.
number one.
I didn't say that you're a liar.
Egypt was
You're a
not
liar. This is
Egypt.
just a lie.
Claim number one.
You're a liar, this guy.
Claim number two.
You are a
He
liar.
said pharaohs, there were some pharaohs who were rulers outside of Egypt. Even a child with a preliminary education on Egypt would laugh at him when he says there was a pharaoh who was a ruler outside of Egypt.
Let him speak, yeah?
Egypt outside of Egypt, Pharaoh a ruler outside of Egypt. Two inaccuracies. Now that
No,
video,
you made a claim.
that
You
video,
made a claim.
that video,
He made a
of
claim
course,
against me.
of course, went
He made a claim against me.
online
You
on
lied.
Soko.
And people expose you to be a
Do
liar.
you know what happened?
What happened?
Ridiculously, there were a few comments from so-called Islamic polemicists,
Look, it's about Islamic
apologists,
polemists. What's he
trying to
talking
defend. What did they say? They had comments after comments after comments saying, "Oh, Egypt accidentally had baked bricks."
No, it's
if
not
anyone,
that.
if anyone, no, I didn't say you said that. I said there were comments on the video.
We are speaking
But the
here.
point
You not
is
the
this.
comments. So did that, no, answer my
Question
question.
to you
No.
again,
I asked you a question.
Shamshi.
No.
Question to you
Okay, wait.
again.
Okay.
Do you know of any baked brick tower in Egypt from antiquity?
Okay, watch this.
Any baked brick tower?
Yeah, let him speak. Everyone. Did I let him speak?
Yes,
yeah?
you did, yeah.
Okay, you see how tricky this guy, deceiver. Who's asking the question first and he went off? They have not asked you a question when I said about building. You said building is a tower. So answer my question first before we move on. Did I say every building is a tower? Because that's what you put in my mouth.
So, are you going to answer my question?
One question was the first.
Do you have any evidence?
So
wait a second.
You're playing games. You're playing games.
For the
You're
friend
playing
of the man
games.
here,
Are you speaking to me?
Shamshi
is a liar.
Shamshi has had 1 full week to do his research. I can imagine that Shamshi would not know things in history outside the Quran last week. But he had 1 full week to do his research. Question to him again.
Ask your question first.
Does
Answer my question
he
first.
know
This is a game.
or can
This
provide
guy's a clown.
evidence
Okay, wait.
for a
Let us ask
baked
the audience.
brick
Who asked the question
tower
first?
from
Who asked the
antiquity?
question first?
Is there any evidence?
I'm gonna switch you off.
If there isn't any evidence, is he willing to say, oops, the Quran has got it wrong?
No, wait.
Is he willing to do it?
Wait. First of all, you know we are in England, correct? Who asked the question? No one. Who asked the question first here? Me, the fresh brother. He was pointing at him. Who asked the question first? Me. So in English language, in English culture, if someone asks you a question, you don't answer with another question, mate. We are in England. So my question was to you, because you made a claim against me when I said in Egypt we were known to build buildings from clay baked bricks. You said no. I'm talking about it's about towers. I never claimed every building is a tower. Did I claim that?
So, question again. So the question.
It's not prayer time.
It's not prayer time.
Prayer time, chance.
It's not prayer time. But the problem for Shamshi is the fact that this is history time. And he doesn't know history.
Nothing.
He comes here without having knowledge of history, of theology of the Bible, and so on, and moves around as if he is a teacher. What is he? What is he a teacher of? He is a teacher of nothing. Zero. Zilch. The moment you ask one basic question, all Muslims, I'm going to repeat the question to you. The question is simple. Surah 28, Ayah 38 talks about a pharaoh asking someone called Haman to build a big baked brick-based tower.
That's what he says. That's what he
This
says.
is in the Quran.
That's what. Hey, Shamsi, come back in the ring.
middle of the Quran.
Hey, Shamsi, come back in the ring, bro. Come on, bro.
Brick-based
Come on,
tower.
bro. Expose him.
Now, obviously, we do know because we have.
What are you fighting Christians for? And you prick. What are you fighting Muslims for?
Is the fact that the Quran has got a very primitive fact of history incorrect. And therefore Muslims should wake up. You can never have an omniscient God. Excuse me, sir. I know you could be desperate, but that doesn't help you. What could help you is if you come away from falsities. Well, cursing me doesn't help you, my dear friend. I bless you because my God says, bless those who curse you.
We bless you, what God?
That is for you, my dear friend. When the Quran says Egypt baked bricks-based tower, it is wake-up time. For all Muslims, wake up!
Wakey.
Alarm! Please, wake up!
Especially Lamin.
Especially Lamin. He's searching. He's trying to find if Independent or the Mirror or one of those newspapers could come to his rescue.
Go on, Lamin!
He's trying hard.
Go on, Lamin! Get in the ring!
Lamin, have you?
Now, listen. Let's put it this way. Okay, listen to me. You'll be talking.
Lamin,
let me talk once.
have you got
This guy,
any evidence of a baked brick-based tower in Egypt?
Go on, he knows.
Lamin,
Have a proper debate. Hold on.
Lamin, I have a very important proposition to you.
Let me speak.
I have a very important proposition to you. You can rescue Islam.
Yeah.
You can rescue the Quran here.
Save Islam.
You know the Bible, fact after fact, historically accurate. But you can rescue the Quran here. All your multicolored copies of Bibles won't help you. The Quran, and the question is about Surah 28, Ayah 38. Surah 28,
You got plenty.
Ayah 38. And the question,
Let me talk.
the question is simple.
What's the
Let me
question?
talk.
Let's hear his
Don't
question.
ask me. Let me talk.
Do you have any evidence for a baked brick-based tower in Egypt from the time or around the time of Moses? Have you got any evidence?
My brothers and sisters,
Don't talk about the
this
Trinity.
man for 3 years, he's running away from me about the concept of real debate. Listen to me. Can you shut up? You so man. What do you want to know?
Answer that question, bro.
Can you let him
Can
talk?
you let me talk?
Right.
Can we look?
Right.
What
Give it one more chance, one more
people
chance.
want to know when they come
One
here?
more try.
Proper debate. Concept of God in Islam versus the concept of God in Christianity. Let me talk. Let me finish talking. Look, let me finish talking. You can't talk. Look,
You never finish
the
talking,
Quran
that's the problem.
or the Bible, which one is the word of God? Salvation in Islam versus the salvation in Christianity. Not your nonsense. Last week, what he said last week? Last week he said, my God raised the dead. Jesus raised the dead. How did Jesus raise the dead? Answer the question. Let's see. How did Jesus raise the dead?
He's got his show.
Lamin,
Let's find out. How did Jesus raise the dead? He said it.
Embarrassing yourself, Lamin.
Lamin, you see this
the
man
hot
here?
seat right now.
This man you can see. Proper debate, you can have it. Because
Lamin, you
I
are
use
on
the
the
Bible
hot
against
seat
him.
right now.
I use the Bible
You
against
can
him.
literally
Wallahi.
save
Inshallah.
Islam.
This man here.
You can literally save the Quran. If you don't help Islamic Allah right now, in a matter of couple of years, he would be wiped away from the memory of history.
Is there one? I've got one. How many Quran? How many Bible?
You don't get
Lamin,
confused
How
when you
many
read
Bible?
that.
Do you believe in that?
38, 38.
Do you believe in that?
And Pharaoh said this.
Look at this.
And Pharaoh said
question.
oh chiefs,
The same question.
I know not
Last week,
that
he
you have
asked
a God
Shamsi
other
answered it.
than me.
One question.
So kindle
Proper
for me
debate, he
a
won't
fire
have it.
for him and
when they come here,
to bake
People, they've got
the
a strategy.
mud,
We know him, they get
to bake the mud,
a strategy
and set up for me
my strategy, alhamdulillah,
a lofty
is better than
tower,
theirs. It's better than theirs.
in order that I may survey
Put the Quran out of
God
context, the hadith out
of
context,
Moses.
and expect Muslims to defend.
What does the Quran say?
Let's read Bible, let's speak.
You know
the Quran Bible.
What does the Quran say?
No. Have you read the Bible? Have you read the Bible? Yeah, the Bible there. One Quran. How many Bibles? No, that's one question. This man here,
any
3 years. 3 years is long for me.
Lamin,
I believe in the
you are
Quran.
a grown-up man.
I believe I can defend it.
I'm assuming
I can defend the
you
Quran.
can learn more. A baked brick-based tower.
He's making. You are making a fool of yourself. He's making a fool of himself. Look at him.
Any evidence
Same
at all?
question for 3 weeks. Let's have a proper debate.
Any other Muslim who
Look
can
at me, die.
Let's have a
Look at me, die.
the Quran
Look at me.
Hey, let's try Mohammed hijab.
is
I'll answer
a
that.
baked
No, hold on.
brick-based
let me
tower
talk.
from
Okay,
during the
okay.
time of Moses.
Okay, let me talk.
Have you got
Okay, let me
any
talk. Okay.
evidence?
Let me talk.
Any evidence at all?
Okay, listen. Listen to now. Can you listen? Listen. When you have a proper debate with me, finish that. I'll answer it. Proper debate.
Based
Proper debate. Proper debate.
We are arguing about an
He cannot defend the
imaginary
Bible.
figure. A baked,
We have a proper debate. I'll answer it.
a proper debate.
Yes, I'll answer it.
A baked brick-based tower. What evidence exists from during the time
We
of
know who
Moses?
God is, concept of God. After I'll answer it.
Muslims, you
You see-
obviously
you
see
see the fake preachers.
that even your great
He cannot defend
Lamin
the Bible.
could not
He
help
cannot defend the Bible.
your Islamic
He doesn't
Allah.
want to defend his deen.
Why
But this
don't
guy has
Lamin
an audacity
help the
to
Islamic
come here
Allah?
and question Islam.
The
Look
reason-
at him. He's
the
a waste of
reason-
time now. I'm going to go.
the
You
reason
can't
the
even look-
excellent
you
scholar-
cannot even look me in the eye.
The Islamic
That shows
scholar
that you are weak.
called Lamin
That you haven't studied your Bible.
can't
Look,
help
proper
the
debate.
Islamic
There you go.
Allah is
Just look, I'm
because
going to go now, my brothers and sisters.
you
This
know
man
what
here
the greatest
is a
enemy
fake.
of
Look,
Islam today is?
Soko, look, you laugh all the time. You can't debate. Look at him. Look at this cameraman.
He's a cameraman.
What
do you expect?
Another pillow
What do you
cleaner.
expect from
Another moron. Another imbecile. When he's recording, let the debate. Answer him. Let your guys camera be him. Answer him. Tell your head preacher debate with me. They can't debate.
Let's go.
They cannot. I'll expose them. You're not laughing. He's not laughing. Are you laughing? He's not laughing. Look.
Hey, you're
He's
done,
not
you're
laughing
done,
because
you're
he's
done.
exposed. He's
You're
not
done, you're
laughing. He's not laughing. Another moron here comes here.
Try one more time.
They can't. Look.
Try one more time.
No, one more time. Can't debate.
One more time. Let's give one more chance. One more try. One more try. Yeah, one more try. One more try.
Look at him.
Just one more time.
Soko here. They
share with you a
come here.
signal.
Hey, preachers. Hey, cameraman here. Look at him. Come here. Look.
Hey,
Laugh. Look at him.
Help him.
Look at him.
Help him.
Ken is here. Call them. Ken is here. I'm here. I'm here. All of them. Anyone? Call them. Call them.
Lamin,
Call them. Call them
to share with you.
I did.
He's not
coming.
Call them. Let
He's
them
not
come.
coming. He's not coming. Look.
Any of them come debate.
Everyone can come and debate Lamin.
Got it. Who's next? Who is next?
So,
Who is next?
Jason,
No, you know, it's red.
all-
It's red. Come and be him.
all-
It's red. Who is next?
Lamin, your
Who is
prime
there?
time is
Come
over
here.
now.
Come and be him.
So what's happening?
No, what's happening? They are running. Who is next?
All
Who
Muslims,
is next? Soko, who is next?
all
Call him. Who
Muslims,
is next?
Take your
Who is
medicine.
next? Who is next?
Take your
Ah,
medicine.
look.
Take your
Yo,
medicine.
look at him.
bring
Look
your
at
people, Lamin.
he's exposed.
You obviously
He's
don't
exposed.
bring your
He's
people.
exposed. Who is next?
You need some help.
Hey, preachers.
At the back.
The Bible is here. Call them. One is there. The 10 is there. They can debate.
Have you got them both to defend the
They
Quran?
can attack. They can
Have you
debate.
got them both to defend the
Because
Quran?
they are following the Bible. The Quran is here.
Yeah,
Let's
defend
debate.
it. Defend it. Right, ask him again.
Let's debate. My brothers and sisters, I'm going now because these guys are fake. They're a waste of time.
Surah 28.
He's studying. He's red now.
28 says,
I'm going to go
Surah
now because
28.
he doesn't want to debate. Waste of time now. Yeah, stop
And
recording
Pharaoh
for me.
said, "O chiefs,
Let's
I know not that you have a
For the Jews. The sheep are Jews.
And that was that. Hello, Hudson.
Hello, sir. How are you?
How are you? You right?
Hello to the live.
Hello.
Hello, live stream.
What?
I said a message there.
I said hello.
You know they're not.
Because what the amillennials get is they believe that Jesus is reigning there.
Hallelujah.
Let's see what he's saying. Let me see.
However, there's a hadith which is clear, and there's some narration which is da'if, without any doubt. So the hadith is clear when Prophet Muhammad brought Hassan, Hussein, Ali, Fatima, and he said this is Ahl Bayt. Okay? So my included by the hadith. Understand? So the other hadith when he says no, you have to check his narration, because the other hadith which is sahih, I know, he said you are good, you are blessed, meaning that the verse includes you. Because why? If you read the verse by itself, you will never come to know that the wives are Ahl Bayt.
Big up, Saladin.
You will never. By the Quran by itself. Okay? Because why? Most of Shia, some of them are sincerely seeking the truth. They want to learn and they tell you yes. When I ask them, many times I've been asking Shia guys, asking the question, is there any verse in the Quran says such and such about Ahl Bayt? So they say yes. The verse which is إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت. Yeah, Surah Al-Ahzab, okay, 33. But however, this is not a verse. This is a half verse. Because the beginning of the verse starts with Nun al-Tha'nit, which is Antunna, you know. So clearly speaks about the wives of Ahl Bayt. So from the verse, yes. So the hadith, if there's any hadith got against, because what you have to understand that we believe, of course, there is no hadith got against the Quran and the clear text or clear hadith or the authentic hadith. But if there's one, no way it can be sahih. For the sake of argument, there is none.
I had another question. It was about
Hadith Thaqalayn, yes. Sahih Muslim. Yeah.
I believe that someone asked, I believe it might have been Zayd bin Arqam, I'm not sure.
Zayd bin Arqam, correct, yeah.
Someone asked him, who are the Ali? And he talked about the offspring of Ali.
He said the wives are Ahl Bayt, then he said those who are الذي تحرم عليهم الزكاة أو الصدقة. Yeah, they refuse, yeah, or they don't accept صدقة, yeah. And he mentioned, again, Zayd ibn Arqam does his opinion because we have Ibn Abbas who said the wives are Ahl Bayt as well. You see. So Zayd ibn Arqam and Warda is a Sahabi Jalil. That's why we say the companions are the best people after the prophets and messengers. May Allah please them all. But if there's different opinions amongst the companions, then we go back to Quran and Sunnah. So Ibn Abbas, he said, yes, the wives are Ahl Bayt. I believe this is Tafsir Abi Hatim.
It was just something in this, I believe I showed the screenshot.
Yeah, go on.
It was about the
Good. Being part of it.
No, they're not really talking. The other guy don't want to be on camera either, to be fair.
The interruption of the program. Thank you very much, guys. This is TNT Greek, live from Speaker's Corner. Live from Speaker's Corner. MashaAllah.
On another Sunday.
There we go.
Go on, Steve. You want to have a look? He likes you, man.
Lost hair.
You are lost.
He doesn't like you, Steve.
You got A to Z. He's not lost. No. Tom. A to Z is gone, bro. Tom.
Come on, man.
Tom.
You got to talk.
Yeah, you're right now. Google Maps.
Huh? What, man?
So you got your Sunday best on.
Say the same to you. I'd worry you like the other thing more.
Find someone to talk to.
You're not going to be homophobic as well. I've never heard you be homophobic. What's that again? Who banned?
Don't give me excuse.
Did you get him banned, Steve?
How's Bilal doing? It's good, that's what I know.
You're going to see
Bilal good,
Big up extra.
I don't like you to see you alone. You're like a lost little sheep about it. You didn't used to look up to him. No. You look up to everyone in reality.
I just thought you. Well, this is interesting, isn't it?
Your friend with a scooter seemed a bit touchy.
What scooter?
You saw it.
Touchy. He's been a friend of mine for years.
Mo, did I give you a lighter?
No, later.
No, did I give you a lighter?
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Thanks.
Comes to a place with lots of people and lots
I'll
of
get you one,
cameras,
baby.
so I have to
I have to get you one now.
Why is that? What type of person? What type of person? It's up to him. It's up to him. It's up to him. Up to him.
Can't see BVM here today.
He needs a chill pill, doesn't he?
He doesn't want to chill with you when you're around.
No, I chill pill, not chill with me.
He doesn't feel comfortable with you around him.
I don't feel comfortable with you around.
What's the questions?
Yeah, but we don't...
Keep it moving then.
You're always smiling.
Yes, give my man.
You're a smiley son, so...
Mate, you've got to know how to block on this stuff, man.
What?
I don't know how to block on this stuff, man.
What block? Yeah.
I think I'm a lot more positive.
Bro, I said stop all that talk. I'm like, if I'm out to block.
What's the comment section saying?
Is that live?
Oh, we're into the comments.
Oh, I've done nothing. They're just having a nice laugh.
Is anyone watching?
Yeah, 240 people.
240. Can we go for it, silly man?
I think they're interested in this little thing here. So whatever it is, I don't know.
240 people watching.
There we go. Yeah. All right.
Everyone's waiting.
Yeah, there's nothing going on. Well, let's see my brother here then. There he is. Main man's here.
Big up TNT Greek.
And what's your channel? Come on. Yes.
Trying to get them
Islamic sniper.
Islamic sniper, he says.
You, innit? Are you not the Islamic sniper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You tell us. Live streams are popping.
Yeah. Did you see my show yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah, that was nice. See if Black Man comes today.
Why is he meant to come?
I don't know, but he might want to come and do some clarification. But I think the way it was left is that he's going to have to do some work, so film it and stuff, to convince some people that, his intentions are genuine. He's a cool guy. Everybody has an ideology. Not a wrong one for it.
Maka, go on your live, go on your phone and check if you can hear my thing. Because people say they can't hear. Yogi B says hello. Oh, is it alright, Sam? Yeah, no, they can hear. But anyway. Who are we rolling to, Maku? Jedi is not here, man. Oh, Steve.
Then you've got on the other side, you've got the Jewish section.
Oh, there's my man Kelly. There he is. What's your channel called? Come on, you told me you're going to big it up, whatever. There he is, Mr. Brexit here himself. There you go. Anything? Sid Bash, big up, my brother.
You say what? TNT, you're live streaming.
Yeah. Yeah. I hate this. I'm never ever doing this again. Ever.
Huh?
Ever.
What's that? Live streaming?
Never.
I know why.
Oh, it's too hot. Marika, I see you, man. No, I took the microphone off because the battery runs out quite quickly on a live.
Can lead to
This point, imperfect human being used as a conduit to answer my question. Should I ask God? What's my
Yeah, Khalid, he's here. Good job, sir.
my intellect tells
Marika, what, punch this guy? No, he's doesn't.
Yeah, we'll find out. Yeah, who's gonna spin? I'm listening. Yeah. Why are you going away? How does Muhammad say? How is the? It's nice weather today, huh?
Anyone.
See you in a bit.
Tell you what. Sorry? Tell you what.
See you in a bit.
See you in a bit. Any message? Can't film him. He does. He's a camera. He's my fellow cameraman. Riza, say hello to the people. Come on, Riz. One little hello. Come on, Riz. Who's looking at me? Riza, who's looking? Ben Grant. Big up the Turks. I got DJ Rizza with me as well. Is everyone trolling me?
People here already. And you had a gun, and you could shoot it at anybody, point it at anybody, and they would shoot it at anybody.
Yes, Peter. Let me sit. Look at that, man. Come on. Solid. Proper bit of gear that was.
Believe what they have not seen.
There it is.
So meaning the Quran and the Sunnah, as Allah says it in the Quran, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اعتدوا الله اعتدوا سوء أعمالكم. Allah says in the Quran to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, all you who believe, obey Allah and obey His Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And those who are in the first
An ungrateful person.
Quran and the Sunnah.
Eva Brodin.
Constitution of our state, of Islam. It is the constitution
Cheers, man.
for our shurut, our conditions that we follow in Islam. Not following Khawarij. Not following grave worshipping. Not following Ahmed.
Alright, Chemo. I'm gonna get the Israelite brother. Say hello to the people, man. I'm live. Come on. We need different opinions, different views. Well, we know you're an Israelite. You're a Hebrew Israelite. You get a lot of love. Hold on.
To come back to the worship of the Most High, right? In truth and sincerity.
كم من اولاد يسموهم الحسن والحسين وعلي؟ ما حد ولا واحد، وهذا دليل يعرفون انه بعضهم
The Bible is this book. Yeah, there's nothing like it in the world. Yeah, the Bible speaks about prophecies. It speaks about things to happen. You know, that were written 2,000 years ago or plus, and things are happening today, every single day. So today we're here to minister to our people, the Israelites, and those who don't know they're Israelites, and those who are in a state of of slumber, to wake up, to realize that we live in a wicked world, right? Everything about this world is against us. Everything about this world is wickedness, right? The age of marriage in the Bible, there's not a specific age of marriage in the Bible, but it's when the woman reaches the flower age. So, which, if you look back then, from our ancestors, etc., there were minimum 16 plus, you know what I mean? When the body starts forming and becoming a woman. And also the marriage wasn't done in an unrighteous manner, right? Like you hear in the Quran, that Muhammad married Aisha when she was 6 years old, and this is unrighteous, this is wickedness, right? We don't do them things like that. I mean, everything we do has to be righteous. Right? If you've got any questions, just ask us, but mainly, Israelites need to wake up and realize that we live in a wicked world. Yeah, according to prophecies. Yeah, shall I read the prophecy? Yeah, let me read the prophecy, right? Because I can't be speaking out of my own mind, because my word is meaningless, right?
And second, God said to Muhammad that Jesus never died on the cross, another lie.
Okay. Deuteronomy 28 and 15. This is where everything starts, right? As we came out of Egypt, Moses gave this word to the children of Israel, right? Before we go into the land. Deuteronomy 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So Moses basically told us, like, if we don't keep the law, if we don't follow the Most High, if we don't follow his way, his righteous way, because the Most High is righteous all the time, is a perfect balance, right? If we don't follow him, if we don't follow his way, we are going to get under the curses, right? And if you read Deuteronomy 28, there's a list of curses which pertain to a specific people on earth. Sorry? We don't believe in Kemet. We don't believe, I'm not an ancient Egyptian. I'll never be an ancient Egyptian. I don't do them wickedness there, yeah? I don't claim
to be from Pharaoh. I don't claim some touristic attractions, the pyramids and all them wickedness there, yeah? Chemetics, they believe in wickedness stuff, you know, pedophilia and all them things there. Yeah, you can read that. But we are Bible-based, ancient scriptures, yeah? This is what we go by, yeah? There's nothing else. Forget about what I'm saying, yeah? Let's just read the texts, because what I'm saying might be rubbish, right? The text is true. It will always be true, right? Closing statements. One of the major curses that happened to the children of Israel, right, is Deuteronomy 28:68. This is the basic, the milk, right? And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way where I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. There ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. So Egypt in the Bible, when the Lord shall bring it into Egypt again, because we were in Egypt before, right? But this time we're going to go back in ships, right? We are the only nation on earth that went into slavery on ships, on cargo ships, right? And we were sold as bondmen, as slave men and slave women, right? And we were sold unto our enemies. So the people that bought us as slaves are our enemies. The people that sold us to the Europeans, the African nations that came against us, they are enemies.
Can you big up the Cypriots and the Greeks?
I can only big up the Israelites, right?
Greeks, man.
So if there's any Israelite in Greece, big up. Israelite in Cyprus, big up, yeah? Because the Apostle Paul used to travel into them lands there, you know what I mean? So all our people used to travel were scattered around. So all our people are scattered in the four corners of the world, right? So it's all about the spirit.
Thanks.
Yeah. Cheers, brother.
Well, yes and no.
Oh, you lot, I'm going to have to... The sound might go a bit funny because I've got to charge the phone. Jordan, shut up.
It isn't written in the Semitic way that way. It's actually written the other way.
You know?
Check what happened.
So not right to left, left to right.
Exactly. Okay. It's not written like Hebrew or Arabic. Yet it's from South Arabia. And it's developed indigenous African roots. And that's the kind of Islam that I project.
Where is the sound? I can't see no sound.
Was it the diacritic mark as well? No. What it does is different.
Where's the volume?
In Amharic, coming from the letters, they attach the vocalization to the consonants. So they take the vowel sound instead of reading it higher. You read that in English. So to me,
You lot, let me know if you can hear, please.
African land. Like I remember some guys when Bob Marley died. I remember people saying, Rastafarian. Come to that say, I don't watch the video. And they were like, what kind of this?
Cheers, Sam.
It sounds like Hamster. It doesn't look like Hamster.
Cheers, Rexroad.
They had distinct Africa down to something that sounds a certain way, smells a certain way.
Jordan, I'm going to block you, you hooligan.
A certain way, articulates a certain way, reacts a certain way, and I'm saying where we sometimes part up with is with the Jokian analysis that there is one way of being African. Joke didn't say that. Joke said there's an original source, but I love to look at things on the fringe. I like to look at the Nilotic culture and how they dramatize their understanding of God.
When you say Nilotic, you mean the cultures along?
Shiluk, Tanwak, Mule, those sort of people in the Upper Nile region, they have always believed in one God. Always. But they have never represented him. Never had a need to. Remember, they come from material culture that are slim.
Right.
They are wanderers, they are nomads. And their material culture does not afford them the luxury of sitting down, carving statues, making drums, like how other people like the Yoruba or the Ashanti, they didn't have that kind of, so we have to accept that. Okay, it's good to see you. Yeah. Nice. But we can't, yes, I'll see you soon, brother.
Yes,
so, but we can't say that one is less African than the other. We may like Yoruba culture more than, I don't know, Dinka culture. We may like it more. And for me, my own personal vibe is, I'm not
Come on.
Oh yeah, that was a top show.
Reactionary wants to know if you work for Steve. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Next time we need to
What? What have I told you? Big up the Greeks. Big them up.
Which one?
No, the Greeks.
He knows about it.
They're into the Greeks, you know. Just say it, bro. Just say it. Big up the Greeks. It's not going to hurt you. Yeah, look. Terrible.
You know, I trust him. You know.
I just want to hear him say it, Maku. Big up the Greeks. Just say it.
Big up the Israelites.
Ooh, you see where he's going with it. That's how you can skirt around the answer.
All right, you said it. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Alio. Oh, Suleiman, big up.
Allahu Akbar. My brothers, alhamdulillah. Don't film me like that, man. Cheeky.
I'm not filming you. Don't be silly. Don't be silly, bro. Never film you. Big up, my bro. It's a mayor, man. All right,
All
Kate.
the sons of God are slaves to God. I didn't make it right. Yeah, but is that not the same as slave as God? Okay, fine. Let's find it. If you don't mind, I'll use your phone and I'll find it. That's right, slave of God in the Bible. Come on.
Oh, Yakub! There he is. We're live. Yes. Yes. Someone says that's a lovely coat. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Muslim audience, a lot of you feel that.
What about now, Samaya?
Was in the beginning with God. We are here as Christian missionaries. We preach the gospel for the pulpit, but the Muslim girls attack us. So sometimes an eye for an eye. came the Savior. And this reality is very special because we've got a Savior. You believe God is almighty, He can have a son. But I cannot believe that God is made from water sweat. And we need you Muslims to look at critical analysis of your religion. Abu Hurairah was the one that gave this advice. From a certain basis. Allah created Muslims and body the Quran says Allah is the best of all creators, better than Balfour. So Allah is not the only creator according to the Quran. We need Muslims to look at these things and address them, and not in cowardice, but with logic, with common sense, with decency to themselves, without being ignorant. So don't be offended by the words. What we try to do is get you to look at the gospel, the true gospel, King James Bible or whatever. Look at the Quran. Quran 3:3 says that the Quran came to prove the Torah and the Injil, the gospel, as true. But the Quran contradicts the whole message. So that alone shows that there's something wrong. Then your God says he's al-Makkah, the best of all deceivers. The Bible tells us that the person that deceives is Satan. So we as Christian missionaries, we can play along with the intricate arguments on the hadith, whether 60,000 slave boys in heaven, or we can give you sound bites. Allah, according to our Bible, is Satan. You need to address your religion. Muhammad is the best of all people, as the Muslims say, the best of mankind. But I cannot accept the best of mankind does things like kill people or marry an underage girl. So these are the reasons why we come to talk about your common morality. An important section of your morality is there are parts in the Quran that tell you to fight unbelievers. We've heard the excuses of Muslims in regards to fighting unbelievers. The Muslims say that the Quran doesn't tell them to fight unbelievers, like Quran 9:29. Fight those that don't believe in Allah the last day. So when Muslims give us the context that we are misinterpreting the Quran, what you're really telling us is that you have a better morality than your God. How can you be more holy than your God? How can you be more... many of you would not have a 6-year-old bride, but your God commanded Muhammad to have this bride. So we can't agree with that morality, that human beings have a better morality than God. So if you say Allah is God, I can't, because I have better morals than your God. Most of you have better morals than your God. So we need you to stop being cowards and address these difficult questions within yourself. Read the light of the gospel. That is what I'm trying to do. I'm not here to fight anybody or argue. Oh no, TNTS Greek. Right, this is the final. I love this channel because it's impartial. The guy does not have any grievance with any group. He plays it to any audience to see the reality. No editing, nothing like that. And I love the followers. I read your comments and I also, God bless you all.
And he knew what he was talking about.
Yes, Jordan.
Logical fallacies.
I don't get involved with this stuff. No, you were recording me, sorry James. You were recording me, so I have to mention because I left. Alright, sorry. I left. That guy, he doesn't want to answer my questions. Aaron? Yeah, but that's why. That's not my. I have no put no pictures there. واسق يا اخي شو يا اخي هذا بس كيف ما بعملش شو هي مواد اخي حاجه اخرى هذه fake account anyway that guy doesn't want to answer my questions so I have to walk off Why Christians don't answer questions?
Well, that's going to be the title of the video. Shamsi runs away, walks away.
Bro, how can... No, but how can I not walk away from someone who's not he's not willing to engage with me? If he doesn't answer my question.
But I told him to.
No, well, he told me. Yeah, my cameraman.
No, get out, man. We're wasting time. Bro, he's wasting my back. People like that.
No, but you know what? Because it's true. Sometimes when I don't walk away, I get into discussion which is blameworthy. There's not any fruits or benefits from it. You're just shouting. I'm shouting. Sometimes, of course, I accept. Sometimes I get angry and I start shouting, which is I don't like it. But you know, the guy's not answering my question. That he put words in my mouth. So, but you know. Now the question I was going to ask, I know in Egyptians history, there was no, like when you go to the Egyptian history, their kings were never called Pharaoh. Huh? Yeah, there was never, every king would never, Pharaoh is not title. They said he was taken from Bara. Bara means the house of God. Okay? But Pharaoh is not known in the Egyptian history. What I'm talking Egyptian, what's called Egypt now, because back in those days, there was no boundaries. Understand? Egypt was bigger than what we know now. It was the other side, the Nubian side, and other than that. So when are you gonna become Muslim? I'm not kidding you, but no. No. Forget about Bill Miskin. It's you. Yeah, it's you. When are you gonna become Muslim? It's not debating, bro. It's a serious matter. Greek man, it's a serious matter. Have you seen my friend? We went to Greece, you know. I didn't go, but the brothers went.
Cyprus, you in Cyprus?
You Cyprus, yeah.
But it's still Greeks, Cypriot, isn't it? It connects, yeah.
Cyprus.
What's that?
Qobros, Arabic, Qobros.
Innit, but why wait for Bill to bail you out?
That's how the people in Turkey say Qobros.
Yeah, Qobros, yeah. No, Qobros.
Why do you need Bill to bail you out?
Someone says you're an OG. You're an OG, mate.
Of course. We recognize you. Wallah, guys, Allah save us. Take care, man. But we need to talk, inshallah.
David, I will, mate. No, they're not, Jesse. Look who it is. It's Mr. EU himself.
Thank you very much for that compliment.
And how are you feeling about the EU?
Well, I'm still a supporter of the EU, and as you saw earlier on, I have the EU flag, and I'm proud to be British, and I'm proud to be a member of the EU, including Cyprus and Greece, and all the other 27 nations, as well as our great country, and we should stay within it and remain a good power and a good influence in the world. Now, Boris Johnson is talking about trade deals with the rest of the world, and as I keep reminding people, and they don't seem to take much notice, we've got an agreement lined up with the Faroe Islands, which is about 46,000 people, compared with 1.4 billion in China and 1.3 billion in India, or thereabouts, 120 million or so in Japan, and the rest of Africa and so on. You know, geography does matter in this. It is easier to export goods to Belgium than it is to New Zealand. Obvious, isn't it? What else can I say? Don't laugh, don't take the mickey. This is a serious matter. I don't like the idea of us leaving the European Union on the 30th. Why? Because we're going to be less important in the world. Trade is going to be harder. Politics will be difficult. We'll lose our influence in the world, won't we? Compared, it is only the support of 500 million people in the European Union, a gathering that the European Union, plus China, plus India, America, these are going to be the big powers, not Little Britain on its own, this little island off the coast of Europe, you know, with 65 million people. You know, how can we compete in the world on our little island status? I remember, and I know times have changed, but I remember the 1975 referendum, which I don't suppose you were around very lively at the time. You were not. And I remember Britain begging.
This guy's calling me 50 years old.
Of course, things were different then, but Britain was begging to get into the European Union.
Yeah.
Harold Macmillan invited de Gaulle to his country home in Sussex. And George Brown, who was the Foreign Secretary, and Harold Wilson was the Prime Minister, went along to the Élysée Palace, walked down from the British Embassy, which is in the same street in Paris, walked down to the General and pleaded to let Britain into Europe, and the General kept saying, none, none. And do you know why? Do you know why? Because in the memoirs of General de Gaulle later, he said that he didn't want two cocks in the chicken coop. Two cocks in the chicken coop. In other words, he wanted Britain to be kept out and France to be top of the roost. Is that helpful to your... Will that be on the internet?
Yes, sir.
You lot, the sound might go a bit funny again because I need to charge the phone a bit. No, Pakistani atheist, he's not here, mate. Jordan, let me know if you can hear, yeah?
If I come to you,
I'm going. Can you hear Daniel, Jordan?
No, coming back. No, just
talk, Daniel.
One more. You must hate Allah. I'm talking. One second. Allah hates.
I'm just saying, just be respectful. That's it.
If I come to you, I don't know you. You don't know me. If I say, "Are you Christian?"
All right.
Let's say you're Christian.
Yeah, reactionary. I'm going to block Jordan, man. He's a hooligan.
Is that not rudeness?
Not you. Oh, Hatun!
Is that Islam? Is this Islam?
Can you hear Hatun, anyone?
First of all, we need to... No, one second. Yeah, okay, let's establish one thing. We have the Islam as a criteria, as a norm, as a guidance of how you should... One second, let me... We have the Quran as the ideal way of life. We have the Quran and the Sunnah, right? You can have that. But then
I don't think no one can hear her.
Practices of Muslims, I don't know what area that was. Was that, where was this? Hypothetically speaking, my name is Abdul. Yeah, hypothetically speaking, you can have a region in which they didn't mind.
All right, let me get closer. 1 minute.
They used to abuse them. This, hypothetically speaking, is a scenario. Yeah.
But I brought this
Yes.
because you brought it in the Indonesian Spain Empire.
Yes.
Okay? That's what happened under the Spain Empire to the Christians.
But why? Okay. Let me say one more thing. But why then? Okay.
Christians were not allowed to wear crosses. Christians were not allowed to go out and then do the Christmas carols.
Were they allowed to?
Christians were not allowed to build their mosques, their churches higher than mosques. Christians were have to pay jizya by humiliation. That was
That's
higher
your
than
interpretation again. Humiliation. This is something that you.
All right, I'm moving away. Oh, Lamin! What happened there with Aaron? In Soka, Aaron and Soka.
I want a proper debate. We have a 3 minutes left.
Oh, you're funny, man.
Big TV, we love it.
Yeah. Tell them, Lamin. Come on. Lamin! Amar, just say hello to my live. Just say hello. Just say hello, you're back. Amar's back, everyone. All right. Thanks, bro.
The Jew people, they hit their book.
The ones that believe, of course, yes. The ones that believe, yes.
Maku.
There you are.
What? Are you an Israelite? Say big up the Greeks.
Big up the Greeks.
Say big up the Greeks.
I know
Yeah.
Greek people are Greeks.
Yes.
And I know Israel are Israel.
Yeah.
But he said, let there be no condemnation who believe in Jesus.
You hear that?
A Greek, I don't care if I'm a Greek as long as he accept my black Jesus, my black God, and him do. So me and the Greek are brother.
Huh?
Yeah, black Messiah. You must accept that.
The
Say the word, Greek.
Is the Messiah black?
And receive Jesus Christ, you shall be saved. One thing died of your judgment. Where will you go? If you reject Jesus, he will come with him.
Thanks. Big up the Greeks. Oh, paper boy. Whoa. Paper boy. Say hello, man. Say hello to the live then.
Whatever you do, don't compare the choices you have.
Everyone loves your dress sense, Peter. Come on. Slick. Look at that, bro. Proper, sharp.
I know you.
Church money I spend. The same money expensive.
Yeah.
He said it himself. He just said it.
Money that
But
you
you
see
know
change
what?
money, man.
That is why Jesus came.
Anyway, people, right now, you are in a good
I'm going to let people like this. You don't like this.
I have no
But
respect.
that is one thing with churches.
I come here, and these men have always support me and care about me training at the same time. So, anyway you're doing, I will watch this channel, make sure you support it, and at the same time, you have to support master.
Can you do it? Can you say Jordan is a hooligan? Jordan is a hooligan.
And he said Jordan, him a hooligan. And he said Jordan, he's a hooligan. When he come and sneakers squad, I go like madman. I look on the Greek and I go like madman.
Jordan, he's a hooligan. Ah, Jordan, that's brilliant, man. Ah. Yes, Bugsy, my boy. Oh, he's back.
He's not objective, I'm sorry, mate.
The vegan man's back.
That's what you're basing your argument on.
It's just that.
So are you suggesting that Muslims aren't controversial?
Well, they're not going for a Holocaust. No, your definition is wrong. They wanted to. No one is trying to wipe out a whole race of chickens.
That's not a Holocaust.
Hello.
Oh, it's not a Holocaust, but it is if it's Jews. I'm confused. No, that's your definition. I mean, mine. Don't get out of Lefty's Bible.
Someone wants to know, what do you eat when you're in the desert? That's what they asked. If you lived in the desert, what would you eat?
Behold, a virgin shall
He doesn't want to answer that one.
and shall bear a son.
All right.
And thou shalt call his name Emmanuel. And Emmanuel means God with us. God with us. Jesus Christ's name is Emmanuel. God with us. That's who Jesus Christ is. No man has seen God at any time.
We know it to be.
The only begotten Son is in the bosom of the Father. He has declared him. Only Jesus Christ
Yeah, but there's still
has
more.
declared God to
There's
us.
still more chickens.
God is veiled.
Well, the point is that someone trying to wipe out.
Someone said your belly is anti-veganism.
I'm gonna wipe out.
See, Pakistani atheists? I asked Steve.
No, I'm confusing the words.
You deep fry all your vegetables, you're going to get fat.
You will not find God anywhere else.
There you go.
Because God was manifest in the flesh.
Oh, good.
It's not Israel, Yahweh
Jesus Christ said, he that has seen me has seen the
Yes, bro. You're right.
You're right.
I want to correct
God
that.
says so.
The reason why God said to go and kill the woman and pick her. These people, I know these people have decided to go and worship God and commit a lot of sins. So God said, Moses,
Allah did it.
wicked.
Allah did.
Just like when Muhammad killed 70 Jews.
No, you don't. God says so.
Where is war?
Allah wants you to go on offensive jihad. Allah wants you to die for him. Otherwise, he's not going to guarantee you paradise, mate.
You have a problem with the babies being slaughtered alive or with ISIS? How?
Yeah.
No, but the Bible said to kill babies. You have a problem with that?
When the babies were
No,
dead,
if you
God
go
didn't say carry on.
All right, Shams, engage with what she's saying.
Stay out of this, Amwa. That's okay, you as well. All right.
You know, if a Muslim said, I have no problem with
your Quran says it.
you'd be in
No, you lie, Shams.
You God is a murderer. You believe in God.
Allah wants you to die for him. Allah wants you to go on jihad for him, mate. Allah wants you to become
Raza, I
a
will.
suicide bomber, Shams. That's true, bro. But that's true. Allah wants you to go on jihad.
Are you Greek?
Is that true or no? Is that true or no? Alright, is that true or
Say
no?
you're
Is that true or no?
His question was,
Does Allah want you to go on offensive jihad? Yes or no?
Man, if you shout, we're all going to start
Answer,
shouting.
God says kill a baby.
Yeah.
I have to agree because it's God.
Okay, that's right, sir.
My God, Allah is different to your God.
Hey,
You're right.
Allah wants you to die on offensive jihad, mate.
It's not your way. That's how.
Allah wants you to go on a suicide bomb mission, bro.
Allah's not just. Allah's not just. I know. When it was our rules.
Ah, yeah.
How many of them were interrupting?
About eight.
On
the cheerleaders.
One speaker at a time. One speaker at a time.
Hold on. Hey, guys, Shams.
If I kill, okay, watch this, yeah?
Okay.
If I kill a baby's alive.
No interruptions.
And I said the reason no, wait, listen carefully. If I kill a baby, if I slaughter a baby infant alive, and I said the reason I'm slaughtering him alive because his forefather did something to my father, is that justice? Okay, according to the Bible, wait, let me finish.
One at a time.
It says no justice. According to the Bible, in Samuel, the reason the Malachite children, babies were killed because the Malachite did something to Israel, which is 100 years before.
Sit still, man.
No. Hey, wait. Is that it? Shamshi. Hey, Shamshi, allow one to go on the
Let him run away, man. He's always running away.
They don't do it because they feel right.
Yeah.
They don't even do it because the Israelites were trained to command one person, Samuel, to do it, and he can't even get it right. No, Saul, sorry. And Samuel has to tell him to do it because of their mistreatment of the Israelites who were chosen to be the descendants of Jacob. But it was a one-time thing. Yeah, so he was right. It's right. If God says it's right, it's right. No, he was right. I can't forget my sin. He decides. No. He said, God's doing it.
Jesus Christ, drop that in
Were you there from the beginning? From the beginning? From the beginning, I don't think so.
It's still okay because God has supervision.
All right, Andrea. Say hello.
The reason in that instance is because of the mistreatment of the Israelites.
All right, Paperboy.
Anyway,
So
back
let me
to-
ask
back
you
to
this. This is
Samuel.
from your
Sorry,
head.
Pete, let me just tell you one quick thing. They did it because he did it. He worked out the Amalekites except for the king because of what God had commanded. So God commands it, and it's a one-time deal. It's not hunt them out. They're wiped out. They're dead.
Good.
No, it was just.
Do you know the story?
God is justice.
Do you know the story of Al-Qaeda? Yeah, but
God is justice. The country is now.
so they could never be more.
We never had no religion. Muslim coming on 14, right? 325 Christian came with one. No way after. I see that before Muslim.
Wait, shout. Yeah, get it. Hey, Shamshi. Shamshi. Yeah, bring it. Bring it, paper, man.
He doesn't want to address
Oh, look at that.
No, it was Macedonian.
All right. Fact check. Let's fact check.
So would you believe that's just? If you want me to bring up the Quran,
be honest.
Quickly say, Jordan a hooligan again?
Jordan is a hooligan.
Jordan, I'm a hooligan.
Jordan, and he's a hooligan. He might try against the Greek man. He might go and like say, him a real bad man. But you know, say the Greek, him a true champion. Mr. Jordan, him a pay.
Ah, sorry, Jordan, man. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. C'est bien, moi.
Avec la tête de lion d'or. C'est lui qui l'a inventé. Ici, et Mobutu, il a acheté les designers chinois, l'Italie, pour faire ce style. Vous allez voir, ma maison, il y en a. Regarde, training à Moncho.
Ah oui, c'est maintenant.
Je suis dans la télé.
Just look at that. I can't believe I've seen this thing. Yeah. How do you turn the light? Yeah. Look. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on. Oh, thanks.
Ça va? That's my name. Don't worry, bro. How you doing, man? You good?
Good.
Yeah, man. Who's? Just go and see a bit of Pavlov and let's see what Pavlov and Rajiv are talking about.
About the new Joker movie.
Deep. I really enjoyed that.
We were just saying, Pavlov doesn't like the new Joker. Like
Why? Why?
There's a few reasons. One of them is the big plot holes in the movie.
Tell him what you're talking about first. The new.
We're talking about the new Joker movie. The new movie.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
I watched it a few days ago and I really didn't like it, and I'm surprised that so many people say that it's amazing.
Why?
It's a masterpiece. Okay, first point is the plot holes. I'm gonna do spoilers now, so if anybody doesn't want.
But the new Joker is going on to how he escaped from Arkham.
No.
You do know that? Yeah, he does. He breaks out of Arkham. No, not in the new movie. In the end, he's in Arkham General Hospital at the end, isn't he? And then you can see him running across. And then so the next one back.
It's not about him breaking out.
No, yeah, that's right. Yeah, his backstory. Yeah.
He does. His mother is excellent, crazy.
Yeah.
No, but let's begin with the plot. The big plot for me is when he kills his fake friend, the other clown.
Yeah.
He kills him, and then the dwarf guy watches, and the dwarf guy is obviously, understandably disturbed. He's like, what the hell, man? What the fuck? And the Joker guy's like, you were the only one who was nice to me. Then he pats the dwarf in the hand and says, go.
I know.
And then,
Why is that a plot hole? I shouldn't laugh.
Wait, I'll come to you. So the dwarf obviously is disturbed. He obviously knows something is not right. He obviously knows this person is very messed up in the head. This person can kill and will kill. And he also knows, because the Joker told him, that he's going to the show on that specific night, and he's going to be there
Yes.
for that show.
Yes.
And the dwarf doesn't say anything to anyone. Not a single word.
True.
And that's not all of it. It gets worse. Because the Joker goes to the show, there's we were just talking about this as well. There's a big, violent riot with destruction of private property, of public property, people getting hurt, like the police officers got hurt in the middle of all of that. Really bad, really, worse than in America, in Paris, anywhere. But there are people hardcore riots because of this guy who supposedly killed these three evil rich people for a supposed ideology, this supposed Joker guy with the Joker mask. And then the riots are inspired by him, right? And they just let this random guy dressed as Joker, who calls himself Joker, who acts in a really socially awkward way, who they made fun before that, so they know he has a reason to be angry with them. They know he might be mad with them because he's insane. They can say he's insane. They just let him in without checking him. Checking him for anything. No, they don't check him for guns. They don't ask him. They don't do anything.
Do you agree?
I don't think like we were just discussing, so I think we kind of like summarized his point, and I was basically saying that within that explanation there's a few significant details when it comes to the social
It's live, brother.
and addressing the fact that even when you like people want you to act fine or happy, even when it's not. And the idea is obviously putting your mask on
Yeah.
your face. The idea of not really showing your true self. And we're talking about the fact that obviously this is a clever commentary on the kind of life that we live now. In the fact that you can see someone who's depressed, you can see someone who's struggling with mental health, a certain face to act adequately in society, and oftentimes that can be kind of like exacerbated by the difference in social classes, etc. I think the level of tension between the rich and the poor is meant to be a clever commentary on the social divisions of like classes of people who are in modern day working class, etc. And I think where maybe Pavlov in particular gets kind of like doesn't necessarily agree is the depiction of whether or not either being poor is a good thing or being rich is a bad thing, etc. He believes that in the film it portrays rich people as the bad people and then the poor people as the good people. And to an extent I believe there is an element of that, but I think if they were trying to go for that, it shoots itself in the foot, because by the end of the film we realize that this guy is just mentally unhinged.
Yeah.
And Thomas Wayne is vindicating his soul, he's
Oh, yeah.
punching him in the face.
Yeah.
Because he realizes that this guy is just as delusional as his mother, who he goes to find out the records in the end, and he finds out that his mother has, you know,
he was right,
delusional thoughts. But then also as well, we see that at the end of the film, it's not just his mother, but himself that perpetuates, but continues that legacy of his mother's kind of like.
Because he actually wasn't with the girl.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Go on, boss. Big up, Mike. Yasure. See a bit of Shakara. Ravens there. And Jima's there.
You should have been around in those days. Oh my God! We used to have wars in this park. In 1990, they suddenly rocked up, I don't know from where. And I remember, I talked about this. We had a brother called Brother Fadna.
All right, Shakara. Yeah. Yes, Raven.
He was giving his talk on a soapbox over there. And the Salafis came up behind and started saying,
Impressive blessings.
you know, Muslim, look at us, look at us. And we used to be talking in this park. And I told Brother Khadra, Brother Khadra said one day, he said, I'm thinking about, I don't want to say his cameras, you know, what he's thinking of, but he's still alive, my friend.
You want me to turn it away?
No, it's cool, it's cool. Hey, what do you, and I said, Brother Khadra, I know you feel, but what are you going to have now? Muslims fighting Muslims, see what's going on? He said, no. Couldn't get to that. I said, all right, don't say no more. And I let we stopped coming here for a long time. I went traveling to again. But that Salafi thing, you know, we talked about how it started and why they started it. There was a reason, there was an agenda to push, get African America or Western people in general. You get them sympathetic to Saudi, you'll get them on the side of Israel, and you'll get them against Iran. At that time, you had the problem for the West was Iran, and they reduced. So that's the king. And to me, it's not in the ascendancy as it was before. If you all came here in the 90s, you would have seen how
Not here, but in Africa, I think it is.
Here's what's happening. A lot of poor Africans are being offered scholarships. And some of them come from depressed villages.
Saudi Arabia.
Yes, free.
Offering Africans scholarships.
Yeah, free. Free study. So what's happening?
They had some positive things.
They had the revolution.
And I have the authority to take it up again. No man took his life from him. He laid it down when he was ready to do it. Many times they tried to kill Jesus Christ by stoning him, saying he was making himself God and he was blaspheming, but they couldn't stone him. He was only going to give his life when he was ready to do it, and that was a life for sin. And all the prophets that came before Jesus Christ, they all spoke of the Lamb of God who would take away the sin of the world. Moses, Abraham, Noah, Abel, they all brought sacrifice. When they came to meet with God, what did they do? They brought a sacrifice.
Look at him, look, hey, can we face there? Bro, you think I don't know? I'm not going to put you on, bro. What's wrong with you?
TNT is behind this one. No.
So how do I check how much battery I've got?
I've never done this thing, man. What are you saying though? I
want to know how much battery I've got.
How much battery? I don't know, bro. You have to get out from you.
Yeah, but I can't.
You have to get out the thing, innit? What if you go out, it's gonna go offline or something?
No, I can't. Where's the Unite upon Hack? Where you know?
Let's look for pagans. Yo, let's look for pagans.
Sorry. Let's unite. How do I check the battery? Huh? Oh, it's here. Very hard. No way.
Did you not see? Oh. Wow, your one is actually different to mine. Look, mine is. Ask him. He's got. Have you got iPhone? You use an iPhone. Do you know how to check?
Yeah, I'm trying that reactionary. I can't see. How do I check how much battery I've got?
I did that. I'll keep it. That's strange. No, the iPhone is a bit complicated for me. I'm a Samsung, so how are you?
Yeah. I've done that, but I can't see that guy, dude. No, iPhone. Here he is. Hello. Ah! There he is. People have been asking for you. You're live. BVM's here. Titans is the general. I'm TNTS.
TNTS, that's the one I knew was that.
Can you say Jordan is a hooligan? White. I'm joking. He's my mate, man. Anyway, Maku wants a discussion. Big up, bro. Yeah. Alright, BVM, we'll be back. Yes, man.
Parallel. Maybe it's to do with maybe personality.
You're shit, and you know you are. You're shit. Reactionary, stop trolling me, man. Alright, Sam. I'm not sure what his channel's called. I'm sure it's. Is it? I don't know if it's Black Van Man. I'm guessing.
There shall be no end. And those of us who are under the government.
All right, Hatun.
We know where we're going. He said, I can't help you. He said to his
Harun! You're not on it,
Please.
You're not on it, bro.
No. I asked him about if the Prophet Muhammad existed. You know what he says? He said, oh, I don't care. And then said, how comes you preaching about him?
I think because
and then he said, no,
about
spiritually it existed, but physically, yes.
Is that a conversation?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Come on here, don't go there. Are you India or Jewish? Are you from India or Jewish?
Listen, you said you
don't Jewish.
You said he didn't care about the Muslim. You said he didn't care. Please, I want to ask you.
After you ask me a question.
You said before you said you didn't care about Muhammad, and you said, oh well, it might exist spiritually and physically, it might exist. And then I want to ask you another question. Why do you think we believe in Jesus? As a Muslim, yeah, we do believe in Jesus.
Because you have been trained in believing blindly. Without even knowing the details, you have been trained to say, I believe in this, I believe in this, I believe in this.
How do you know that? So, okay, wait.
Have you ever read the Gospels?
Please.
Have you ever read the Gospels?
Never, and I still believe in Jesus.
And this is what I call as blindly believing. You have been trained.
Wait a minute.
You have been. One second, I haven't finished.
Okay, I
haven't finished.
Blind follower.
I haven't finished.
I haven't finished.
I haven't finished. Haven't finished. Muslims, plenty of Muslims, plenty of them have been trained to say things.
Yes, bro. You're right.
You've got to get another selfie stick in it, one of those fancy ones. Yeah.
I'm live. Yeah? If I'm live, how do I check the battery life? Yeah. I scroll down, I want to see how much battery I've got.
Okay.
I don't know how to do that.
Oh, you don't know how much battery you've got? Yeah, no.
Fuck
And you got a little bar. Where is it? Where's your bar?
Just not showing it. I find it's alright.
You'll have to log out. You know the tall mixed photographer with a bit your hand. You know his
Khalid.
You know why, brother?
BVM's over there. Oh, Mark, BVM's over there. You see him? There's my man there. There he is. That's what I'm saying. So what happens if you lived in the desert? How would you survive? 1 second, 1 second. Do me the song again quickly. I'm Mr. Jordan. He's a hooligan. Tell him.
Mr. Jordan, he's a hooligan. I'm Mr. Jordan, he's a hooligan. He might fight against me, but you know, because big man, I don't go on like say, he might reach champion, but you know the big, you know, he might reach man, but who's Jordan? The replay gun.
Trust me, Jordan, don't ever try and troll. That's what I want to ask him. Yeah. Sorry. The question.
Aggressive for someone who don't need me.
You remember me? I did say that to him. That's exactly what I want to say.
Jordan's my bro, man. There he is. Hello. All right, Shanti. Yes, Jordan, big up my brother.
It's the same movie, but now it's got four women.
Sid Bash, proper blank me, man.
Every day is a science. What do you think nightclub is Sharia law?
There is no nightclub.
There is?
No, wallahi. This is a Facebook. Give me one. I mean, tell me a name of a nightclub in Saudi and I will go for it. And I will make a photo of it.
Okay, I need to bring the Saudi guy who lives in Saudi.
Annoying me, man.
Bullshit on Facebook.
No, the guy who lives in Saudi, my brother.
Can I, excuse me, Mo? Yeah, Sid, man. Come and sort him out. Oh, the general has arrived. Right, Leon? Come on, say something. Say louder, because I'm live, go on.
A piece to the audience.
Yeah?
Don't know, big up. Fucking COE every time.
Tell them the general content.
Everybody else.
Man, like Leon's up in the place.
women's wrestling.
They're telling
He didn't do that.
Somebody put in there about
Sorry, brother.
He was going,
Thank you. Now I'm going to start trolling reactionary. Look who it is. Mr. Ian. Who? TNT. Yeah. Oh, Mr. X is sunbathing. Thanks, Ian. Ian, is the light on? Jeez. Thanks, Ian. Yes. Big up my brother Rex. Ah. There he is. There he is. Oh, come on, give him a message. I'm live. The voice is gone. Come on, Biggs. Yeah, he's been doing a mad song about Jordan. I'm Mr. Jordan. He's a hooligan. I'm Mr. I'm joking. Yeah.
Just screaming national. Everyone show the seal apparently. The seal of the Jesus. She has the seal.
No, leave it. She doesn't want to be on camera. You can't.
Huh? She has the seal of Holy Spirit.
Ash. Yo.
Like that.
Just say content.
Content! Hey, where are you, content? We miss you, Leon.
He's over there.
Wait.
Do me the same one, but TNTS Greek.
Content!
Ain't got one. Ain't got one. It's on. I don't think it's that bright, man. Jeez. Jeez, this guy's jacket, man. Powerful. Yeah, I know. Did you hear him, Jordan? Proper diss me there. Here's my guy.
You just won't ask us.
Did you find out?
No, I can't see it. No, you've got an iPhone? Huh? I want to see how much battery I have.
Should I really give him time? I've tried to do it.
Sorry.
You were talking,
Yeah, you? Good.
To the justice of God, by his death, in the place of
Mr. BVM's back again. There he is. Mr. Controversy.
What kind of nonsense is that? Is that what you say?
Peak.
Thank you very much. I actually
Prophet Muhammad was sent to whole mankind.
RCW, big up, bro.
I like to refer to a few from the 80s. I say, oh, why we that believe in religion, why we having these nonsensical arguments? My name's Brother Yakub, by the way. A lot of people are not aware of what I mean. As a Christian mission, so we don't normally have...
There's Andrea. And Paul.
Allah says that Jesus is the Word of Allah and His Spirit. Look it up.
Pakistani atheist says big up, Paul.
My face is very bright. What was
Alright. Someone says big up, Paul. And Jordan says hello.
Jordan?
Yeah.
I just told you here, Jordan.
Yeah. That's it.
Brother, you're a deceiver. It's not worth wasting my time with you. Seriously, because I'll be honest with you, you know nothing about Islam. You're right. You're nothing. Paul, you're a witness. I'm trying to have a conversation.
Don't bring him beat. I'm just standing here.
I just asked him a question. You quoted me a verse of the Quran. You quoted me a verse of the Quran.
Tell me the verse.
I've told you the verse.
Okay, I think the verse says, Jesus is the Messiah. Let's start with...
By name. So you don't know it. This is in Surah 4. By name. So you don't know anything then?
Here's Sam.
By nature, only
Blinding me. I'm going to kick him in.
Hey, you want to talk?
I'm going to kick that camera of yours, you know that? You do my heading thing.
No, I've only got 3 rolls.
Let me get 3 rolls then.
Unnecessary suffering and death. What was our choices? Don't take the weapon.
Get me one out.
We've got pigs in gas chambers. They scream in agony.
Flashlight on scene.
Okay, let's see you right scream.
So much.
Animals that eat plants. We are using
The light, Mr. Rex is he's not here, man. He's I think he's just taking a week off, just chilling. He needs a break, man. He's giving you that fire content every week. Never take his viewers. I'm not going live again. Yes, Dean Miller, big up. Go to someone. They asked me to go to someone. Let's go to you. Come on. Say something, Steve. Yeah.
I love Anne Whitaker.
There you go. Steve loves Anne Whitaker.
Presence of so many different. That's my secret. There's so many different, and most of them are so. I told him I don't mind discussing as long as we can. And then they claim that they. So I just wonder.
Seriously? Always with a bang? You alright?
I'm like.
Shit, sorry.
All right, Mansour. Oh, sorry, a bit bright. Sorry.
TNT, give me a roller. Last time I'm gonna easy now. You crazy, man. I'm gonna divorce you, you know. I'm getting married, I'm gonna divorce you now. Get yourself.
Tell everyone you're getting married.
Flipping. You know she knew that I come to the car. Come on, man. Don't say that. Please. Give me a lighter.
I ain't got one. I'll give it to Khalid. Oh. Sorry, man. Let's film a bit of Andreas. Sorry, bro.
Try and remember. Right, try. So, Hatun, please explain to these people. He's insulted me. Telling me that I shout. No, you didn't.
Yes, Pakistani atheist.
He insulted me, but yes, righteous anger. Because he insulted me. Yes, because look how he just spoke to the lady. He doesn't speak to her. But he tells me off, but he's doing the same thing. Yes, because I want you exposed because you didn't even know what Surah 417. I asked him what Surah, yes I did, Surah 4171. He didn't even know what it was explained. No, it was read for you, but you didn't know about it. No, I didn't. No, you didn't. No, I didn't know. You're right. And you didn't even know that Jesus in that surah is the word.
Call Hashim.
Yeah, call Hashim.
He'll beat him on the ground.
Allah's favourite little deceiver.
He will put you on the floor, like you used to be.
It's called righteous anger because you're a deceiver. You've come here to disrupt. Okay. I'm speaking to the brother. We had a good conversation. Well, you never have it because you're a deceiver. I come here in truth, and I'm speaking to your brother here. We were having a good. No, he's not your brother. He's my brother. And we were having a decent conversation. He was asking. I was asking.
You didn't ask me the question. But Islam. I am a Muslim. Now don't need any question from you. You know what? This guy, and those Christians. You know what? My wife been attacked by the you are creating.
I even raised my hand to ask.
Listen, on the huh? Well, your videos, go on videos, go watch your videos, you will see. Comments. They like to hurt, huh? You keep lying about mind your own business. If you are, listen, if you are a Christian missionary, okay, keep preaching Christianity, okay? Go and watch your videos. There's so many. Here you go. Why did you make videos? You and this guy. Why did you make videos? Huh? You made them a lie. Who? For what? How?
don't
Where?
know.
Is it not dangerous to have a sex relationship? Is it not dangerous to marry with
No, don't go too far. No, stop.
Is it not dangerous?
You're lying. You're lying. That's it.
It's identity. If you say something about the religion,
Don't blank me next time. I'm saying hello to you. Look, he's blanked me. Look, there he is. Look. Say hello. It's nice. There's nothing else.
that's the way it is. There's no truth in it. It's just defending identity.
Yes, Kane. Go on. Go on. Carry on.
That's the important thing, keeping the Ten Commandments. If you don't keep the Ten Commandments, you have to realize that you're capable, you have to work when you're a savior. And the Bible says, God said, in the Old Testament says, there's no other savior besides him. But yet when the Holy Spirit spoke to Mary, she thanked God of her favor, knowing full well that she was going to bear.
No, Jordan.
No, they worship him. Okay, yeah, he went to kill all the youngsters and then they had to leave him to Egypt when Herod died in return. So the devil knew, the devil God had a plan for him. Exactly what it was. That's a long story, really. The main thread is God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Whoever believes in him shall be saved. And if you are not Christian, believing in the saving blood of Jesus Christ, we're all going to stand before him. And we're all going to have to give an account. And he's going to ask us, who do you say I am?
It doesn't matter what church you follow,
Yeah, the body of Christ is called the church.
King, the
body of Christ is the church. All believers belong to the church.
Say hello. Say hello. Huh? Cover your face and say hello. Come on. Come on, boss, man.
Kingdom. Pussy. Waste. Fact.
In three persons. He says, here are Israel, the Lord our God is one. He reveals himself as a Trinity all the way from Scripture. When Jesus was baptized, he was standing in the water, he was standing in the water. Holy Spirit came and descended over him and died, and the Father spoke to him. God revealed himself as the Bible speaks about the Holy Spirit proceeding from the throne of God and the Lamb which was Jesus. 3 in 1. But we have to realize who God is.
Oh, out the way, Bob. Let's go and see what my Mac is saying. Carry on.
None of them turn up. You just stay. None of them turn up. Suddenly, I live with the Jews neighbors. I call on this lady. I call her auntie. She says, auntie, I need you. Abdu said, what happened? I says, I will tell you. When she came and opened the door, she found me on the floor. I can't move because I got hit by a car. She opened me the head.
Harun!
Is it humanity or religion?
You're right.
No, humanity, yes. The problem between the people that don't understand, are they worship Allah or God or whatever name, or are they worship religion? Just to show off 5 times in the mosque, 20 times in the church. That's what they're confused. Leave us in humanity. I'm talking on behalf of Sufis. We have the highest category called humanity, regardless of any faith you are. So I'm not interested you getting 5 times a month. It doesn't interest me. You could go in, but you can be petrified at the same time. Or traffic, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't show me, it doesn't impress me with action. It doesn't at all. Yeah, what's your heart? I'm talking on behalf of the Sufis and many religions exactly the same things, like Buddhism, etc. Are you really human to have? Regardless what faith and languages. So if you don't have that, don't you dare tell me Muhammad said this and Allah said this. I am not interested. Because the Allah I believe and Muhammad I believe is completely then what you believe. Well, I believe Muhammad and Allah, they mercy. So if you tell me something anti-mercy, I'm not interested. Go and ask me. I'll pray for you, God lead you out. I'm not interested.
See, that's why I love DJ Rizza. Look, comes with that Turkish bread. Look at that. Have some of that.
Everyone's welcome. Come to the park every week.
Tell him, Rizza.
Every week, come to the park.
Yes.
Have you been to a public church? Sorry, brother.
No, what about these people like this? This man them know themselves.
But inshallah.
You know, some mountains or something. So mad. Somebody. Two sides of this moment.
Mr. Alio, man. Pete! Go on, bro. Go on, bro, man.
You can't hear in here.
And listen, answer it for us. Educate us.
They're everywhere. I have my phone here.
He's a hate preacher, hate preacher. Khawarij Nasara. Khawarij Nasara. Telling people can't pray Muslims. This guy is a big shaitan. I was telling a Muslim man to go pray. Salat. This man with the camera. Yes, he was taking it. This man, remember this man, he was taking the camera and he's saying, oh, look, Muslim pray, Muslim pray. Who are you to take the pray? Allah's land, alhamdulillah. Who are you? Yeah, your Christianity is barbaric.
Listen to me. Listen. No. Listen.
Where is it in the Quran? Let me repeat my question.
You see the nonsensical question. You are losing your mind.
You are leaving the death race. Yes, you come and stand here and say, oh, you don't know your history. You come in and blame someone else. They don't know that even Jews, they killed Jews here. Look,
Sorry, man.
they come here and they say Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was killing Jews in Medina. Come and see the number
No,
of
what I'm
Jews
saying
they
is,
killed.
no, not begin myself. You can't never answer. You like asking questions.
Sorry,
You
man.
should answer. Only time ask question, but you answer. You can't answer any question. You can't. Simple question. We are telling. Listen to. We are telling. We said all one is only one
Let
Lord.
me answer the question which I asked for him. Allah doesn't have any problem with Christian God. Allah doesn't have any problem with God the Father, God the Son, and God the Spirit. It is Muslims who goes against Allah and against Muhammad by having problem with my scripture. So, I don't want you to tell me. I ask you simple questions.
Can you take over?
Happily.
This guy, can you this woman
Did you not tell me? Did you just come to me, sir? So you asked me a question. I want you to justify this question. One verse from the Quran. There are 6,236 verses. Give me the one verse. Allah has a problem. God the Father, God the Son, and God the Spirit.
Listen. God the Son, God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. Nowhere in the Bible, God the Son, show me. I'll show the Quran if it is there. Show me God the Son. There is not a single word about God the Son. It's not there. You said it. If something is not in your Bible, show me now.
So, if I show you that,
God the Son.
why are you going to bring in the Quranic reference?
God, show me.
Answer, Daniel.
God the Son.
Okay.
God the Son. God the Son.
Listen, Muslim just give promise. Muslim just give a promise. Soon after I am going to answer his question, he's going to bring me the Quranic verse.
Where he said God the Son in the Bible. Come down,
but you're going to have to show us. Once you finish, you're going to have to show us what you're
Listen to me. Listen to me. Yes, okay. God is a son.
Somebody died.
Because he's telling the truth and you don't like it.
You hear that? I'll show in the Bible. Allah is unhappy with the Trinity.
The Bible, Muhammad.
I'll show you.
Which one do you want? Old Testament or New Testament? Which one do you want?
What's that?
Old Testament.
Very the people they kill in Spain.
Nearly 4 hours.
In Spain.
3 hours.
These people, if you read about their history, you will never.
You ain't messing about. No, long. I've only done 30 minutes. I'm looking to do another couple of hours from now.
Oh, Jesus love you. He's alive. Go and read your history.
You know the mobile. You know what's up?
Family, I'm gonna log off and do some other recording. I'm not sure who else is live. I don't know if COE or I'm not sure if that guy BVM's live or COE or someone. I don't know, man. But yeah, loads of love.
Big up TNT.
Come on, Maku.
Like, comment, and subscribe. You know what you need to do.
Come on, Maku. Talk to my brother. Yeah. So you lot, thanks for logging in. It's been a pleasure. God bless you all. Loads of love, man. Let me say bless up. Bless up, KTB. Thank you.